You're watching the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network. Now it's time for the Brent and Austen Show.
I can't hear anything. We on, Hamby? Can't hear you either.
Yes, we are on.
Okay. I can't hear myself. Is that okay? Whatever. Yeah. Off to a great start in the show. Off to a great start of the weekend. Great game yesterday, huh? That's the win probability. That was what, going into the third, fourth quarter? Maybe. Yeah. Not good. Not good whatsoever. As Hamby's trying to adjust my headphones. Yeah, it's whatever, man. But yeah, not a good look. Hamby, before I go on my rant, because I'll go on one. I want to get your thoughts, because you know me, man. I'm more of a when it comes to social media and everything. I observe, right? I don't go out of my way to say a lot of things, but I will observe. I've seen a lot of comments of what people have said about the game, about what people have said with some players. Let me go ahead and ask your opinion first before I give my big TED talk. Give me your thoughts about the game yesterday.
I think it is time to bring out this.
Yep.
Way time.
Oh yeah.
Like way past the time.
Oh yeah. Oh hey, we're there. Hey, not even a question of like, let's go to some no. There ain't no analytics anymore.
Nope.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are in the panic button time now.
It is on full display.
It's on full display. It's not going anywhere. This is going to be the feature of the show. I won't have any other word. Like, it's full panic mode now. Do you want me to go on my spiel, or do you want to keep on talking a little bit?
I mean, I'm ready to hear what you got to say. I mean, I just think this is a total disaster. I mean, name one good thing from yesterday other than Parker Washington.
Cam Little, Cam Big.
Cam Big, baby.
Cam Big, baby. Parker Washington, there you go. All right. ETN, he had a drop, right? But ETN.
The season is over.
Okay. Here's what I'm going to say about it.
And all I want to do is bring back the panic button.
Oh, yeah, no. But, hey, it's back. And you can keep it up there if you want, whatever. I'm not, listen, I'm not even going to sit up here and say, okay, defense this. I'm not going to sit up here and say Trevor Lawrence. I'm just going to give you guys some names. And I want to get your thoughts about these names. Okay? Hamby, you ready?
The rapid fire?
Rapid fire. Trevor Lawrence.
Nah. Meh.
Josh Hines-Allen.
Nothing.
Trayvon Walker.
Nothing.
Foye Lukin.
Nothing.
Devon Hamilton.
Nothing.
Dwamie Brown.
Nothing.
Eric Armstead.
Nothing.
Okay. Now I'm going to give you some more names. Daniel Hunter.
Goat.
Derek Stingley Jr.
Goat.
Titus Howard.
Good.
Think about it. Will Anderson.
Goat.
Nico Collins.
Goat.
All right. Now, why did I say those names in that order?
I don't know.
Okay, here we go. This is the biggest thing. Not blaming any one player, not blaming any type of scheme, not blaming coming out flat, not blaming penalties. This is what I'll be blaming. The players that I named on the Houston Texans are the top 5 highest players on their roster, set aside from C.J. Stroud, who didn't play. The players that I named on the Jacksonville Jaguars are the top 7 highest players on this roster. Without any they're the top 7 highest paid players on this team. And those guys that you just went through, Hamby, did you have anything positive to say about any of them?
Not one.
Well, that's a problem. Simple as that. Don't need to get into analytics. Don't need to get into EPA. Don't need to defend anybody. That's what it is. The top 7 players that I just named, you can't say they had a good game. And if that's the case, and if you go around the NFL and you look at where the money's being, split apart in terms of salary cap, who's making the most money and everything, go down every successful team and see how their top players are playing in terms of top paid players. And there's your answer. Don't need to get all emotional about it. Don't need to talk about Trevor Lawrence for an hour. Don't need to talk about Liam Cohen. That's what it is right there.
Show's over.
Take it for all you want. What's up, Brent?
How we doing?
Yeah. Another day, man.
I think you're actually right on kind of where I'm thinking this morning too is and that's a different way to look at it. The Jags don't have elite players. Or if they have elite players, they don't play elite.
Sure.
You know, that's the thing. Like, you can argue that they can be elite. They have elite talent at some of those spots, but they don't play elite.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that's what you basically just said. I mean, sometimes guys get overpaid, but the guys that are getting paid aren't playing like guys are getting paid. Because here's the other deal. It's not just in that game. If you mention the guys on Houston, they play elite like every week.
Mm-hmm.
Nico Collins, Donnell Hunter, Stingley. So,
what it is? I mean,
do you want to just end the show?
Sure. I mean, what do you? No, I'm down. But no, I mean,
I get it. It's a very good point.
Trevor. Let's get into it then. Trevor Lawrence. Here we go, everybody, because we love talking about this. All right, Trevor Lawrence. How did he play yesterday? Let's hear about it. Let's go.
Yeah, I don't think it was good.
Okay.
But if anybody in their right mind is going to talk about the offense to lead off this game, you're out of your freaking mind.
Absolutely not, Brent. But this is what we do, right?
This is what we do.
Did Trevor Lawrence play a good game? No. But then I'm going to hear, okay, well, he had some drop balls, but the defense did. Yes, this can all be true, right? Just like I say week in and week out on this show, even though we want to take certain clips from what I say and try to put me on one side or not. At the end of the day,
hey, buddy, you're looking a lot more right than wrong. Don't worry.
No, but that's not even about this.
You're
is the
getting vindicated
thing.
here,
Hamby. I'm not even being vindicated. I'm not trying to be right about this. I don't want Trevor Lawrence to play bad. I want Trevor Lawrence to be the franchise quarterback and to lead this team to a Super Bowl. I'm not trying to wish his demise. But at the end of the day, and this is what I will never understand, and once again, grill me in the comments. Casey, go ahead and chop this up and give it some more ammo. Like, I will never understand this about the Jaguars fan base. Everybody was clamoring for Trevor Lawrence to get here. You were cheering for this team to lose. You were celebrating when this team lost, much to my dismay, and then I got roasted for going against that. Okay, whatever. I thought it was a loser mentality, but I was wrong. So Trevor Lawrence gets here, and it's like, did he play well yesterday? No. But whenever you go up to a defender, you're going to go, okay, did Trevor Lawrence play well? No, but no. Did he play well yesterday? Yes or no? That's all you got to know. Like, I don't need to hear the drops. I don't need to hear the offensive line. I don't need to hear this or that. Both things can be true. The guy that you were rooting for, that you were cheering for in the bars, that you were parading around town to be the savior of this franchise isn't playing well.
So what's the answer?
What? Huh?
What's the answer?
For him to play better.
Or to get rid of him.
What's plan B?
I don't know. That's the thing. Like, you can bring up the okay, what's the answer?
Okay.
What's the better option?
Okay, sure. Yeah, bench him then. No,
Nick
I'm
Mullins?
not saying is Nick Mullins better than Trevor Lawrence?
I don't think so. But
my point that I'm trying to make
Davis
is that
Mills was.
Okay, go ahead, man. Go ahead. Go ahead, man. The only point that I'm trying to make is for all the energy that everybody had for Trevor Lawrence coming here, that he was going to save this franchise and everything, and he didn't play a good game yesterday. It's okay to admit that he didn't play well. We don't have to go to the EPA. We don't have to go to the drop balls. You don't have to go to the offensive line. You don't have to go to the defense. You can just say he didn't play well. Both things can be true. This is on the defense yesterday. Make no mistake about it, right? This is the defense's loss yesterday. But guess what? Trevor Lawrence didn't play his best brand of football. And I don't understand why people just can't admit that part. I don't understand why we have to go.
Who's defending Trevor yesterday?
Have you been on Twitter?
I haven't seen a lot of Trevor defense. Did I miss it?
I guess we followed.
Are we looking for it? Like, are we trying to be right?
I just think that he has to play better.
Like, I don't think there's a player you can defend on the football field yesterday other than Parker Washington.
And ETN.
And ETN continues to play well. You're right.
But here's the fact. And yes, it's Josh Hines Allen. Yes, it's Trayvon Walker, who's got one hand. Yes, it's Foye Lukin. And yes, it's Trevor Lawrence. I start off with Trevor Lawrence because that's where your money's going.
Absolutely.
So I start with him. But no, I just gave the names of the problems. Like, you're paying these guys this much money, and we didn't get a great performance yesterday.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. I mean, I'm not. There's no debate here. Like, that's the thing. I think usually if this is a big picture deal, where are we going? If it's a one game deal, it's You blew a 29-10 lead against a division game rival. Like that's like, or where do you fix it? And that's the biggest problem here on a Monday. Okay, Trevor Lawrence, up, down, all around. Some days good, some days bad. Not good enough. Wasn't good yesterday. Can't beat the Houston Texans. Plays terrible against the Houston Texans every game out. Quite frankly, in his career, is awful against the Houston Texans. One of your rivals. Like, that has not changed in 5 years. What do you do to fix it? Like, if the defense can't get pass rush, I just gave you a stat this morning, third worst or second worst in the NFL in the last 3 years. Worst in the NFL this year. Josh Hines-Allen, Trayvon Walker, big investments. Eric Armstead, big investment. What do you do to fix it? That's probably the biggest problem this morning is you can have all the this sucks, this isn't right, this isn't good. It's how do you fix it? Where do the Jags go? This isn't good enough.
Well, I mean, I think a big argument would have been, and once again, hindsight being 2020, the defense lost you the game yesterday. I think people have been clamoring for an interior defensive line help. You didn't address it.
Yeah.
And now you're here. So we can say, like, and listen, this is the thing from Coach Campanelli, and people can get over him as much as you want. There's no scheme right now that's going to fix this.
Yeah, I think that's apparent.
There's really not. Like, what you have on defense right now is what you have. And granted, there's some injuries in some key spots that are hurting you, but it doesn't matter if you want to send 4. It doesn't matter if you blitz 5 with Devin Lloyd. It really didn't matter, like, yesterday. Like, they weren't getting home. So at some point, you have to look at yourselves and say, okay, do we have the players to be successful, or do we need to adjust it a little bit? And I think a big theme, at least that I've been clamoring for since I feel like preseason, was interior defensive line help. And now we're here, and now it doesn't feel good because you're stuck. Like, what you have is what you have.
Yeah,
the trade deadline's over.
Yeah.
So
looks like they tried to get Quinnen Williams. They knew it.
Of course.
And they couldn't make the deal happen, right?
Yeah.
So you're stuck. Like that's the weird spot the Jags are in. They're kind of stuck. That's one of the things that came away with, really going back to last week, with the injuries they had. They brought in Eric Murray, Jordan Lewis, and Travis Hunter to help the defense. Mm-hmm. Other than that, it's the same defense. I mean, it's the same defense as last year. It doesn't matter if it's Mike Caldwell, Ryan Nielsen, Anthony Campanile, who was going to be a head coach a month ago by next year. And when you take away the new guys that they brought in because they're banged up, even though they're not, well, Jordan Lewis, one of the best in the game at his position, and Travis Hunter we think can be really good, but he wasn't even used all the time. Those guys obviously helped change this defense around a bit. And now they can't do anything without him. And then you add in the interior defensive line. I mean, Eric Armstead had 2 flashy plays yesterday. One of them resulted in a sack. One was on the first play of the game. He crushed his guy right away, and they just throw a quick slant to, I think, Nico Collins. But, I mean, he totally beat his guy. Actually got a hit on the quarterback on like a, 1.4 second delivery of the football.
That was weird.
It was really good, right? But then where is he the rest of the way? A problem with Josh Hines-Allen and even Trayvon Walker, I thought Trayvon jumped a couple of times, right? Obviously, the penalty one, had another one where he missed his Davis Mills. He had 2 chances to get him, and those were really get-off plays. Like I always think about you on the get-off stuff. I didn't see a get-off play from Josh yesterday that at least sticks out in my mind. And if you're going to just be okay at times throughout the game, this is like the old Von Miller. Von Miller would be, for 57 minutes sometimes, you didn't feel like he was doing anything. And then when it needed to happen, to me, Von Miller was a guy that, boom, made a play. When it happened. The Jags don't have the guy that makes a play. And they had the perfect recipe to do this, Austin. Like, you know it. 29-10, they're just going to throw the football most of the time. They got a backup offensive lineman or line in, basically, for Houston.
Terrible.
And, I mean, that is the perfect situation to eat. I thought they actually got pressure in the first half a bit. Now, some of that was manufactured. But they got nothing. So I guess, like, the other side of the ball, the target here, Trevor Lawrence is one. We'll get back into that, of course. We always do. But Josh Hines-Allen, like, is he just not playing well? We know the stats aren't there other than pressures, which, by the way, I've held the hill here on the pressures. Like, I do think they're impactful. I think what the Jags did in the first month of the year was impactful, impacting the quarterback to create turnovers. But did you see the stat where they had 20 of them yesterday and one resulted in a sack?
Yeah, forget it.
And Davis Mills threw for 300 yards. Listen, sometimes it's with your eyes, all right? You can tell when pressures really impact? Do they? Absolutely. But they only had 4 quarterback hits on 45 dropbacks. Freaking Danielle Hunter had 4 sacks on 23 dropbacks for Trevor Lawrence. Mm-hmm. So what's up with Josh?
I mean,
what did you see? Did you watch him closely at all yesterday? Nothing.
Man, I watched the game closely yesterday.
Well,
I saw a defense that was absolutely gassed out of their minds in the second half. Watch the Davis Mills run. We want to talk about Chris Jones against Jacksonville, what he was doing when Trevor Lawrence got in the end zone. Go back and watch the Davis Mills run, and tell me if guys are running full speed to try to get him. Just go back and watch it. I'm not gonna. We can't break it down on the show. Can't play the video. Just go back and watch it. That should tell you all you need to know about how that defense was feeling. It's literally make or break time. It was what, third down?
3rd and 14.
3rd and 14. Game's on the line. Davis Mills is the quarterback. I'll say it one more time. Game is on the line, and Davis Mills is the quarterback. Watch the defensive line of that play. Just watch them.
All right. Well, we'll go back and watch it.
Check it out.
But more.
They were tired, man. Like this is complimentary football.
Yeah.
This is your offense going 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, not giving you anything. And this is a defense that is gassed and winded.
I mean, they're on the field for 31 minutes, but a lot of that obviously in the fourth quarter.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, they were on the field the entire fourth
quarter. Dude, like, and here's the thing.
They're on the field 12 minutes out of the last 16 minutes.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And here's the thing. And we can. This is what PFF wasn't going to tell you. Like, just watch it. Like, what? Like, guys were exhausted, and then it's like, well, Josh Hines out. We're paying this much money, so get back out. Okay, like, they get him out there. He's tired. What do you want him to do? Like, there's only like, I've been in those situations. I've been on 10-play drives where you can't do anything.
Yeah, I get you. I think that's
if we're talking about like it's the game's on the line and they want to win, and you're jogging towards Davis Mills, who, by the way, I'll say it again, Davis Mills, to get an 18, 19-yard touchdown or whatever it was, and you're jogging towards them, I don't think guys are quitting on the team. I think guys were exhausted. And that has to come down to okay.
Yeah, I don't think it was quitting. I don't think that. I just think throughout the game he's not impacting the game. Like if Josh Hines Allen was, I never heard his name. Like I never thought I felt Josh Hines Allen.
He had one solo tackle.
I never felt. I think there was an early play where he's right around. I think he almost got actually on an Armstead sack. He was right there too. Yeah. I thought he was going to get half of it or something. Mm-hmm. I think it was him that was right there. But yeah, like I mean, I don't think sacks is the end all be all. But I do think you feel good players. And he's a good player, man. Like, I mean, I'm not saying he's a great player, but he's a really good player, I think. I've defended him for years and years. I mean, I think he is a really good player. I don't know if he's hitting some kind of wall. I will tell you this. In Las Vegas, I've never seen him look so tired after a game. Mm-hmm. Like, we saw him in the game. I mean, he looked exhausted after the game. I think he even said it, like, in one of the mic'd up things, like, I'm tired or something. Oh, no, he said it on the podium, I think. So he was exhausted. So is he being asked to do too much? Is he playing too much? Last year, people didn't think he was playing enough.
Sure.
I mean, I just feel like you got to feel. I don't care if he gets 2.5 sacks in a game; it'd be nice. But I feel like you got to feel him out there. I didn't even really feel him at all in that game.
No.
Forget about the last drive, the game.
No, without a doubt. I mean, he wasn't really anywhere to be seen for a lot of the point. Now, ball's coming out fast and everything, like, and now look at me making up excuses for Josh Hines Allen, right? Like, not making big excuses. But no, and once again, this is why I started the show off the way I did. He's not playing up to what he needs to play up to right now. Where the percentage of the salary cap is going to that position, he's not playing up to it. Trayvon Walker, I get, has one arm right now, but if he's in, he's not really playing up to it. Interior defensive line, Eric Armstead. I don't think I named him Hamby with their exercise, but he's one of the highest paid Jaguars players. I get he had a sack or a half a sack with Josh Hines Allen yesterday. In totality, is he living up to it?
No, they're not. I mean, overall, they're not. Like, I kind of feel like Trayvon Walker, he makes a sack at a big spot, and they call him for the roughing play. Mm-hmm. Like, that is a big spot. I don't know if they score a touchdown there. They might kick a field goal. But they might score a touchdown. I mean, they might kick a field goal instead of scoring a touchdown. Like, that's a big difference. And then the back end is just It's really the safeties, right? Do you think it's just the safeties? The corners don't seem like I thought Nico Collins. Here's the deal: Nico Collins had what, 140 yards?
Yeah, but 50 was that on the
54
Hail
of them
Mary.
were on like a garbage play at the end of the half. If Nico Collins goes for 90 something, I didn't think, and maybe I'm wrong, I didn't think Nico Collins beat the Jags. I thought Schultz beat the Jags.
Yeah.
But I didn't think Nico Collins beat the Jags. He's a really good player. He's going to get 90 yards. Did you think?
I think
Nico Collins.
If I'm being honest, I think Davis Mills beat the Jacksonville Jaguars. That's what it was.
Yeah,
Right?
Nico would have had
think
6
Davis
for
Mills.
82 without that Hail Mary.
I mean, you can say Dalton Schultz did, but Dalton Schultz had that drop. I mean,
He had a big drop, but he also had huge catches.
No, he had huge catches, but a backup quarterback beat the Jaguars defense. That's what it is. It's the Jake Browning effect.
Yeah.
I don't think Davis Mills is a really good quarterback, honestly. Thought he looked fantastic yesterday.
Glenn, it doesn't count. A 54-yard garbage play. If I told you that to defend Brian Thomas Jr., you'd tell me it was garbage time.
Okay,
it doesn't count about killing the Jags for 140 yards.
Okay, but then if Josh Hines-Allen got a sack on a garbage Hail Mary, would we have counted that sack and said, all right, there's a sack for Josh Hines-Allen?
You can count it for your fantasy team. I'm just asking
not counting.
in the context of, did Nico Collins, did you feel like it was Jackson Smith and Jigba where you couldn't guard him? But because really what I'm trying to get at is this a corner problem or is it a safety problem in the secondary?
Some people are killing Newsome. I didn't think he played that bad.
Not great.
I'm not going to give him
I don't think it was
flowers.
great. No, I think safety's I think Newsome's got to be better.
I think
Jerry
Antonio Johnson
Jones
is your issue right now.
So Jones makes the big play. He also had another nice tackle.
Yeah.
Did he play outside of those two? Because we see those two plays and we're like, hey, he played great.
Yeah.
Did you think he played okay other than that?
I don't think the
Had a
defense
nice
played.
fourth and
Brett, I'm gonna
five.
be honest. I don't think anybody in the defense really played well.
Nah, I don't either. But again, I'm trying to get
Jones
to
is
the root
making
of the
splash.
issue. The safety seems like it was an issue going into the season.
Correct.
Interior defense, an issue. Those have not been fixed.
No.
I think Eric Murray's a bigger loss than anyone wants to say. Antonio Johnson's not a great football player. He can't do just the easy stuff. All they were asking for Murray to do when they brought him here was do the easy stuff. And the routine stuff. Yeah. I think the Jags at safety are just trying to be routine and just fundamental and safe and all that stuff. And I don't think it's working. I feel like they're getting torn up. Are they the ones getting beat on the line on the tight ends? I don't know. I don't see it like that. That's really what I'm trying to get to. Where is the fix on this defense? Because to your point earlier, I don't think people are killing Campanile. Usually you kill the defensive coordinator. And I don't think they're doing that because they know. Kind of what Liam Cohen said. Listen, man, I'm in his head. You call this play, this play, this play, this play. It's pick your poison. We're trying them all. But if you don't pick up the right play at the right time, if you don't win the chess match with the call, it's like these guys can't win a play.
Yeah, no, without a doubt. But once again, if what you have is what you have now. The trade deadline's over. So I get it. You didn't get Quinnen Williams. You lost on the Quinnen Williams sweepstakes. So be it. You didn't want to go after anybody else. So what you have is what you have now. So you have to make it work one way or another. So right now, you want to talk about solutions or trying to fix the problem. The solution has to be now. You need to find out immediately what these guys do really well and put them in positions to do that. If Dewey's having trouble in the back end with coverage, he's better on the line in terms of stopping the run, then put him there. If Lloyd is far better of just blitzing and running games with Trayvon Walker, running the techs, running the exits, then do that with Devin Lloyd. That's what's got to happen now. Because if you're going to let Davis Mills look like that, what is Justin Herbert going to do to you? Against, once again, I think better weapons than Houston had.
Yeah. Yeah, and listen, guys, this is where I'm at. I can see what it is, too. It's a bunch of average players. I think your point at the top is a great point. To me, that doesn't solve anything in a 5-4 season with 8 games to go and you're in a playoff race. That's really the question. I mean, you can rip it all. It's easy to say rip it all up, but you got to have time to rip it all up. You're in the middle of a season where you're actually in position. What I'm curious is it over? Because quite frankly, I think it's over after yesterday. I don't think you're a playoff-worthy team if you blow a 29-10 lead to the Houston Texans and Davis Mills. I really think you are smoke and mirrors this thing a little bit because I told you on Friday, I think it was, or I don't know, maybe I tweeted it or said it, but the Jags are a statistical anomaly to this point. The quarterback is dead last in almost every category that matters, or not dead last, but toward the bottom. You don't usually win football games. He's made comebacks. And that's a hat tip to him. And listen, I'm a Trevor defender. But when your quarterback is in the bottom third of a lot of rankings, your defense is last in sacks. You have one turnover now in the last month and change, or whatever it is. And now a couple, I guess, right? But those things don't add up to you being a playoff football team. Those things add up to you being a little bit of a mirage and finding ways to win, which I do think is something to be said for that. But then you found a way to lose. So if your MO is find a way to win, like getting a defensive play to save the game on a 2-point conversion against the Raiders, like finding a way to hold on against the 49ers, like finding a way to get a play against Houston the first time around, even though that was clunky as hell. If that's your MO, where you're pretty good in one-score games, and then you can't hold on to a 19-point lead when you have your rival dead, like, to me, that's not a playoff team. That's just, they're not good enough. And I think yesterday showcased that in the fourth quarter. You're just not good enough. I think they answered the question. And you can fake it until you make it all you want. You can keep trying, and you should. You're in position. I hope they find a way. But I don't know how we could sit here on a Monday and say, this team is a playoff team. This team is good enough to be a playoff team. And that's not just emotional after a loss. I think that's the whole compilation of 9 games. They are inconsistent as hell. They are a highly penalized team still. They threw a touchdown pass on a beautiful play on 3rd and 10 or whatever it was, 7. And Trevor Lawrence, one of the best throws he makes of the year, on what looked to be a dangerous play against a very good defense, and Parker Washington makes a hell of a play, and they hardly got the play off, and they almost had the guy in motion run into the snap on the same play. Go back and watch it. It could have been a fumble on 3rd down, and you get nothing. So, like, that's what this team is. Even when things have gone bad, it's like, oh, can't get out of our way. I mean, Bashal Tootin scored his first touchdown of the season this year. He was lined up in the wrong spot. Like, that's the team. And they're lovable sometimes because they find ways. But, man, they are infuriating as well. And playoff teams aren't usually infuriating. I'd love to find out a playoff team that blew a 19-point lead in the final 16 minutes. I just don't see it happen. And one last thing on this, and again, we'll talk all about the offense. And I have nothing to defend today, okay? So none of this comes from a defensive standpoint. It comes from a reality standpoint. I noticed this against the Rams. I said this last night with me on Club 904. I noticed this against the Rams, Austin. We're in London. It's a rainy day. It's the first time, really, I think we've played in London or been to London, and the Jags have played in London, and it's been kind of bad weather. It wasn't unbelievably bad, but it looked like it was going to be really bad. The Rams arrived, 10 minutes before the game, and they don't have Puka Nacua, so you feel like they are going to run the football. They're going to have to play it a little bit safe. It's an opportunistic Jags defense, so they are going to play it safe. No, they come out throwing the ball. Now, they do have Matthew Stafford, I understand, but it wasn't a game that set up to be to be a pass-heavy game, and I don't think he threw it a ton because of the way the score is, but they came out chucking it. You know why? Because they know that's the way to beat the Jags. Seattle does the same thing with Sam Darnold the week prior. They throw the football. Jackson Smith and Jigba beats them. Geno freaking Smith, they put the ball in his hands a ton, even in a close game. They didn't hand it to Ashton Genty 25 times. They threw it. And then Davis Mills does this yesterday. They don't even really try to run because we know we can beat you through the air. They are telling us over the last month, the way to beat the Jacksonville Jaguars is by passing the football.
Sure.
And they're not wrong.
Yeah, well, no, without a doubt. And real quick, I'm sure we should probably go to break. We're a little behind it. I'll say this much about it. Like, listen, do I think the Jaguars are a playoff team still? I mean, I can't believe that I'm, I guess, more sunshine and rainbows than Brent Martineau is. Like, the road is still there for them to get to the playoffs. Now, it's not going to be easy, and based off of what we've seen, we shouldn't have a lot of faith or hope into that. But it's a parity league, right? Like, if you want to go by 1 week, well, the Bills shouldn't be in the playoffs either because you don't go to Miami and get curb stomped like you did. That was a horrible game. Didn't score in the first 3 quarters. Are you kidding me? With Josh Allen, former MVP, and that's what you're putting up? Like, every team's going to have those bad games, all right? Yesterday, though, was unacceptable. Once again, Davis Mills, Jake Brown. Like, you can't let backup quarterbacks go out there and do it to you. We've been 30 minutes in the show, and we haven't mentioned Liam Cohen's name one time. So I'll mention it right now. You're 5-4. You're 9 games into the season. And I get injuries. And once again, we can sit here and make up all the excuses. But you're 9 games into the season, and I don't know who your team is.
Yeah.
I don't know what your identity is. That's a problem. If you want to be a playoff team, you need to have some sort of identity. We think it's running the football, right? We think it's Travis Etienne and pounding the rock and playing physical and everything, but then we don't see it. And honestly, and I'm a victim of this too as well. It's the second half, and I'm like, just run the football. Just run the football. Don't put it in Trevor's hand. Just run the football. But then if I'm having that conversation of just hand the ball off 24/7 in the second half and just run the clock out, well, then what does that make me say about my quarterback and Trevor Lawrence? Like, you gotta like at least have a little faith in him as well.
I agree with that, Austin, but we will hit a break because I think that's an interesting point. But I also feel like people are just dismissing that this Houston defense is just another defense in the NFL. I think you do play defense against that defense on offense because it's damn good. Mm-hmm. And the way that game you thought was set up was to 20 points, where you're just not going to take a lot of chances in a game. Why do that, right? I thought Liam made some bad choices early on before we even got to, like, this game was going to be in the 30s. And one other thing, by the way, for me, my thought process on this, I kind of picked the Jags because why not? But I thought the Jags would easily lose this football game yesterday, 17-13. 17-16, 20-17. Like, I thought that could be the way because that defense was that good going into the game. The reason why I think the Jags are in a whole bunch of trouble here is not that they lost to Houston. People can bring up the Carolina loss and you can bring up the Miami loss. It's the Bills lost to Miami. It's the way they lost. Like, good teams don't do that. Like, I mean, even somewhat good teams don't do that. Most teams don't do that. You got to go back to 2022 to find a team that lost a lead like that in the fourth quarter. There's a lot of NFL football games with a lot of crappy teams. And it doesn't happen. So that's my concern about this football team, is you don't lose a game like that. So let's talk a little bit about Cohen. Let's talk more about that trust in the quarterback. Let's talk about why the hell doesn't this team have an edge and want to bury their division rival? Bury their division rival. When they're up 29-10. How don't you have an edge in that? I still continue to think this is a bit of a problem. They don't hate Houston as much as everybody else in this city hates Houston. How quickly they forgot that was the guy that took out the quarterback a year ago. One game in Jacksonville took care of that. We got a lot to get to. Did we already get to all of it?
Hey, we talk about Indiana a little bit. Yeah. That was a good play.
I love how IU is thrown in there.
That was a good play.
That was a hell of a play. That was a little Parker Washington-esque, actually.
Mm-hmm. Little Parker Washington-esque.
I had my list, guys, of who I was going to talk to in the locker room.
Sure.
And I was like, this is kind of cool, right? Obviously, you get Parker. I thought Trammell, I think he had a big catch on one of the third quarter drives, I think it was. I had Jarian Jones on my list. I had Danny Strigow and Ventrell Miller on my list. I was like, hey, look at these guys stepping up. And then to your point, where were the names we know? Where were those guys? Where are they? Time to lift the franchise, fellas. We'll be right back. When it's time to get a new car for anyone in your family, just remember, nobody but Nimnick, the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville. Get the latest price breaks on 2023 and 2024 models or the newest 2025 vehicles in the showroom on Phillips Highway or shop online at NimnickBuickGMC.com 24 hours a day. GMC Sierras, Yukons, and the redesigned Acadias, or get the all-new redesigned line with Buicks. It's nobody but Nimnick, and part of the reason why is this is a first-class buying experience here at Nimnick Buick GMC. You're not just a customer, you're a friend. This is about getting a vehicle that best fits you and getting you on the road, and also helping you and your family down the road. Nimnick has a treating you right guarantee, courtesy respect, fairness. The most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer, nobody but Nimnicht. Who has put in the most years and stands behind a better experience? Nobody but Nimnicht. GMC. We are professional grade.
There's a saying in sports, you can't win them all, but you can win a lot with good folks on your team. Like that one painter, First Coast. It's tough to beat the sun in Florida, so your home fades. It's tough to beat that HOA when they come calling. Beat the sun, beat the HOA with that one painter, First Coast. And it's a good time to do it. Less rain to work around, and painting in mild temperatures is perfect. After all, the paint bonds to the surface so much better. Give that one painter First Coast a call at 904-417-3557 or look them up at first-coast.thatonepainter.com. Fast estimate, guidance on color and HOA requirements, and the highest quality job you'll find anywhere. Be a big winner in your neighborhood with that one painter First Coast on your team.
It's one of the hot spots in the area.
Welcome you to String Sports Brewery out at the beach. Big crowd on hand tonight. The fans are here.
And now, the newest hot spot at the beach is open. String Sports Brewery in Jax Beach has opened its doors with rave reviews.
We're going to be fans forever.
Cozy up to the bar. Grab a seat in the sports-themed restaurant, or grab a seat outside and feel that breeze coming off the beach as the weather warms. Just like the original location in Springfield, try the popular beer menu and come for lunch or dinner too, because the food is fantastic.
We got a special guest in the house. He's happy. He's feeling good. He's Trayvon Walker.
It's where we hosted Jags Report Live in the football season, and the String Sports Brewery staff can't wait to host you. Hey, welcome back here to String Sports Brewery. And if you haven't checked out the new location in Jax Beach, you got to do it. String Sports Brewery, now with 2 locations in Springfield and now open in Jax Beach on Penman Road.
Hi, I'm Greg Mackey from Cycles of Jacksonville. Whether you're looking for a side-by-side, ATV, motorcycle, or scooter, Honda has what you need.
The Honda Talon. Ultimate performance meets family-friendly fun. Prices starting at $363 a month. Or the sporty Honda CBR 650 starting at an affordable $204 a month.
Stop by and choose your adventure from a full line of Honda products. Only at Cycles of Jacksonville on Atlantic Boulevard. Family owned and operated since 1983.
Hello, I'm Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Since 2003, our firm has fought exclusively for the rights of men in family law. Divorce, modification of child support, alimony, custody, and more, all for men. A father is vitally important to a child's life, and being a man is not a reason to pay more in child support or alimony. I'm a single father. I get it. If you have a divorce or other family law issue, contact Kenny Lay & Associates at divorcemenonly.com.
CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing is taking their 75-plus years of expertise and expanding to CGC Home Services. Water treatment and plumbing is still a big part of what they do, and now they can do even more for you. Home services like kitchen and bathroom remodeling, showers, sinks, faucets, toilet repair, backflow testing, and the list keeps going. Find all they can do at cgchomeservices.com or give them a call, 904-298-7052. It's a new look and a new name with the same expertise. They've been serving homes like yours since 1946. CGC Home Services, right here in Jacksonville off St. John's Bluff Road, 904-298-7052. And visit cgchomeservices.com. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
There it is. Still in contention. 3 games behind the Indianapolis Colts. Got to play them twice. Hamby, did you watch the Colts game yesterday?
No, I did not.
No?
I know Jonathan Taylor had a day.
Yeah. I mean, they took care of business. Jonathan Taylor's a beast.
Playing against him in fantasy and still won in one of my leagues.
Congratulations on that, man. Congratulations. Yeah, I mean, that's who the Colts are. We said it. They have the best running back in the NFL right now. They have a solid offensive line. I'm not sure really how Sauce Gardner did yesterday. I know Drake London kind of went off a little bit, so maybe not so good. But yeah, I mean, you're chasing the Colts right now, and I get that their narrative is the Colts can never win in Jacksonville, and we're gonna put that to the test in a couple weeks here. But the Colts are the toast of the AFC South until proven wrong.
Boy, Atlanta's terrible too. Watching that game,
yeah,
at least they were yesterday. I don't watch them a lot closely, but they're just a weird football team.
They're either really good or they're horrible.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Here's the deal. Like to your point earlier, I think you can keep going back to it. Jonathan Taylor, hell of a football player.
He's getting paid some money,
but he's a hell of a football player, and he's carrying him. I mean, he literally carrying him. I mean, Daniel Jones starting to look like Daniel Jones a lot. Like if you watch that game, I think he has 10 turnovers in a 7-quarter span. 10 turnovers or something. I think that's what it was. I'm pretty sure I had that number right. Like, that's a lot.
How many did Trevor end up going down with yesterday? Like, how many go on the books?
I think 3. Right? I don't know if that was a fumble or a pick at the end. Was it? Which one?
I think they called it a fumble.
Was it a fumble?
I think
so. I mean, the pick was...
And it could have been worse, honestly. There was a couple more throws that could have been picked off.
I tell you, man, let's get to our Monday morning quarterback driven by your local Hyundai dealers, and now there's even more to love, not with your Jaguars, though. And this is like there's a juxtaposition here. Let me frame it this way. Again, I'm going to tell you from the jump, this is talking through it, not coming from a defensive standpoint. And I will admit, like, I've been a defender of Trevor. And I think there are some things that are going to come up here that kind of tell the story, if you ask yourself honestly, about how we all feel right now about Trevor Lawrence and this offense as a whole. But I think we also have to be very realistic in a one-game Sunday sample. This isn't a 5-year sample. This isn't an 8-9 game sample. This is a one-game sample where we're going to sit here and talk about like the numbers of Davis Mills against Trevor Lawrence, and we're going to say, okay, but you're playing the worst pass defense in the NFL, and you're playing the best pass defense in the NFL. Now switch sides. Like there's something, we can't just ignore the fact that Trevor and the offense of the Jacksonville Jaguars, including the offensive line that was not great, and this entire offense, which is run by Liam Cohen, which is not great, was going against a very good defense. Mm-hmm. Even the best offenses in the game, like Matthew Stafford, who might be the MVP, didn't have this great day against this defense. It's hard to have a great day against that defense. And so what was your expectation that where this game would go, like where the Jags offense would do? I mean, was it, like I said all week, try to get to 20 points, put together a couple of drives, probably kicking some field goals? I mean, we didn't think it was going to be a 400-yard explosion kind of day, right?
No, I definitely didn't. I thought it was going to be pounding the rock and then complementing that with Trevor Lawrence and, you know, a good completion percentage. Did I expect 30 points? Absolutely not. I mean, the Houston Texans track record speaks for itself. But I also didn't expect Davis Mills to almost throw for 300 yards. And we can sit here and say, okay, they're going against one of the the worst defense in the NFL, and the Jaguars defense might actually be that. But I look at what Davis Mills had. Okay, you got Nico Collins. Their running game didn't scare me. Sorry, it didn't. Their offensive line definitely didn't scare me. And Davis Mills still absolutely torched this team apart. So I really don't know what to think, man. Like, honestly, I kind of had a bad – this is why I didn't, other show, but I didn't lock it in because I was nervous for this game. But I didn't see the game going like this. I didn't see Davis Mills having the game that he had. And I'm not even trying to compare Davis Mills to Trevor Lawrence. Like, I'm not doing that. But Davis Mills put the team on his back yesterday. We can say it was Nico Collins. You can say it was Davis Mills. A backup quarterback put his team on the back and said, I'm going to win this game. And he did. So props to him. Yeah. Props to Houston Texans. Here's what's going to piss me off, though. Who are the Texans playing next?
The Titans.
Okay. Do we think, is Mills going to be in against the Titans?
I bet. Stroud, it seemed like he could. It didn't sound like a few week thing for Stroud.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking he could get back.
Here's what's going to piss me off. If
they Mills, the Bills after the Titans.
Okay, so if Mills plays against the Titans and now there's like this new fun, like, oh, hey, we're a pretty good team, and then the Titans like stop them and do what they do.
Yeah.
Like that shows that's parody. I guess that's who you are, right? But I'm just waiting for that. I'm waiting for people to come out and say, okay, Texans now look like the real deal. They found something on offense. and then they play the Tennessee Titans, the one-win Tennessee Titans, and watch the Titans shut them down.
Yeah, my point in just setting the table on the offensive side of the ball, guys, is like somebody just said, defend this, 158, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, whatever it was for Trevor. It's like, first of all, you're not defending it. How about we just admit what the reality is? Here's Stafford throwing for 151 against this defense. Baker Mayfield throwing for 182 against this defense. Sam Darnold throwing for 198 against this defense. Bo Nix throwing for 191 against this defense. Like, those are wrong numbers. 224, 191, 93. I was looking at their offense. But my point is they only have allowed 2 over 200-yard passers this season. Like, it's really good. Really good. And I actually thought, to get to where I want to get here, on the pick by Stingley, which was an amazing play, I thought that was on Cohen. Like, I think at that point, and again, this is going to come back to hurt my defense of Trevor, but I don't think you want to make a mistake in that spot. Mm-hmm. Like, I think against this defense, which you know is really good, and your quarterback who doesn't like to just go down and take sacks and is willing to chuck one in there sometimes, I thought there were 2 plays in that first half where I was scratching my head. It was a 2nd and 5 play at like their own 44-yard line. They do a play action, a very slow developing play, and they try to chip Will Anderson. He breaks through that. Danielle Hunter sack, fumble, Jaguars recover. Remember that play? Trevor fumbled the football, and they recover it, fortunately. I don't understand in that spot why you're putting your quarterback and your offense in that position against this defense to have that play potentially happen. Now they're at midfield, late in the first half, 17 seconds to go, 2 timeouts. It looks pretty simple, and it's a hell of a play by Stingley, but why not like draw play and get to the 42-yard line or something and just have a shot at a field goal? Or not even give them the football back. Now, again, you can come back at me right here and say, well, then you don't believe in Trevor and this offense. Well, no, I don't necessarily believe in throwing to Austin Trammell against Derek Stingley either.
But then maybe throw someplace else, right?
I guess.
Maybe don't pick on Stingley.
That's what I
like. Maybe if you're Trevor Lawrence, where's Stingley? Okay, I'm going to go in the opposite direction, right? And this is what it is with Trevor Lawrence. Like, if we're having the conversation and we're saying, okay, well, don't run this play because you're playing this defense and you're playing like this and you're up by this much. This is your franchise quarterback. This is the highest paid player in the team. We shouldn't be having these conversations. And guess what? I have them all the time. Yeah, run the football. Run the football. Run the football. Don't put it in Trevor's hands. But you know how I feel about it, right? Don't put it in Trevor's hands. Run the football. But like, if that's what we're telling ourselves, where we don't trust Trevor Lawrence to make a play, I get it, against the best defense maybe of all time. Well, then what are we saying with Trevor? Like, do you just want to be a game manager? You want to go out here and say, Trevor, hand the ball off 25 times like you did to that game-winning drive against the Raiders? Because that's what
the
it
Texans,
was.
You should have.
Well, that's a very big picture look, and I would say, Austin, yeah, that's fine. I think maybe that's where it's at. Don't put it in Trevor's hands in that spot. But I also think there's logic involved here. You're without 4 starters. You're playing against the best defense in the league.
And each team's been running it actually pretty good.
Why put him in? It's not necessarily, it's a little bit of an indictment on Trevor, but you're asking him to lift up a player that got 3 days ago, and Jacoby Myers, who now is your number 2. Parker Washington, who's probably being covered by Lassiter or Stingley, and then Trammell and an offensive line that's either banged up or getting whooped. Like, I guess that is an indictment on your quarterback, but it's also a reality of the situation when you're trying to win football games.
So go ahead, Hamby.
Here's what I didn't understand as well, though. If you're Trevor and you know that, nobody knows better what the obstacles are lying in his way than Trevor, with the offensive line, with the receivers. Why are we throwing the ball up for grabs to ETN on a blown-up screenplay? Why are we throwing the ball all the way down to the goal line where Stingley should have had another pick? Like, those are the plays where I'm head scratching. I'm like, okay, well, on the pick that was intercepted, we probably should have ran the football. But also, like, why has the ball's been being put up for grabs 3-4 times in the first half alone? Like, if the guy is not wide open against this defense, either tuck it and run, which maybe you don't want to do as much against the Texans given last year. I have no idea if that plays a role or not in his thinking, especially in a split second. But the ball should not be put up for grabs, especially against this defense 3-4 times in the first half alone. Like, either run the football, throw it away, but I thought that was what I was head scratching even more so than just the why are we throwing it period.
So here's what I think is happening with this offense, Liam Cohen and Trevor Lawrence. And I think it's been the same thing happening now for, I don't know, the past 5 or 6 weeks that we've seen. This team gets up, or, I mean, they've been blown out too, but like when this team is up, I feel like Liam Cohen is trying his best to gain Trevor Lawrence confidence. Where there's situations that the Jaguars should run the ball, chew up some clock, make it harder on their opponent, Liam Cohen almost takes the opposite stance and goes, okay, we're up, we're comfortable, let's get our quarterback some more reps, let's get him some more confidence.
Yeah.
That's what it seems like. That's what it seemed like yesterday. Like, it's almost like Liam Cohen's trying to win the football game, but he's trying to do it in a way that's going to give his quarterback confidence as well.
I feel that sometimes.
And to try to, I guess, prove some doubters wrong. Like, that's what's been going on. That's the way I can justify it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Because,
and I don't know if that's a bad deal. Like, I think he's got the right idea.
Sure.
Because there's a lot to build up there.
Because the other side of it is just like, I mean, are you just that bad at play calling where you don't want to run the football and win the game? Like, no, I think he's trying to get better out of Trevor Lawrence. I really do. And I think he's trying to prop up Trevor Lawrence to take this team over, to be a leader, and to silence the doubters. And I think when he's done that, it's backfired a little bit. And I think it backfired yesterday. And I don't know if that's more on Liam Cohen or if it's on Trevor Lawrence, a combination. But that's what's happening.
Yeah. I get that. I think you're trying to do some of that. And this is where I'm like, this conversation of exactly what Glenn says, generational players, the definition, whatever he says, lift up their teammates. Trevor's not that. Okay. We got 5 years of it, people. Trevor's not going to just go down and take a sack. Trevor's not generational. Trevor's not Patrick Mahomes. Trevor is going to throw and try to stuff one in once in a while. Trevor's going to make a bad situational mistake. Trevor's also going to make a hell of a throw to Brian Thomas Jr., De'Ami Brown coming back against the Chiefs. Beautiful throw to Parker Washington. We've got 5 years of it. You know what it is. We can stop pretending that it's money, elite quarterback, generational quarterback, and say what it is. Because I don't think you want Nick Mullins in there, and I don't think you want 20 of the other quarterbacks around the National Football League in there. So you've got the guy that you need to work with that can also win football games, get you to 5-3, got you into the playoffs, what a playoff game. Like, you've got some of that material too. So how about we stop every conversation with, oh, he's got to be this. Well, it's not. Like, we don't have enough evidence to say it's not. Like, you don't know, at least at this point of Trevor's career, what he is. You've got 4+ years of stuff. Some of this stuff's gotten better, but it's still not where you want it to be. So you know it. This is what bugs. This is the same thing I said last year in the Philadelphia game. You're coming back. You have 1:40 to go on the clock. You throw the freaking ball on first down. Who was he again? D'Ernest Johnson. And everybody, oh, you can't make that throw. He's going to make that throw. You know he's going to make that throw. Run the damn ball. Like, this is what kills me about the Trevor stuff. We are just never going to let it go that it's like, you got to get to the top shelf or there's nothing else.
Because that's where it started, Brent.
I get that's where it started. Well, guess where it is? You're living in the now. You want to live in the last 5 years or live in the now?
People don't want to. No, man. People will always go back to the expectations of what Trevor Lawrence was.
That is a fine conversation, like to have, but not every day in a third quarter throw. That's like the real life right now situation.
Brent,
you got to know what it is.
people had expectations when Trevor. I don't want to speak for the entire fan base, obviously, but I think when Trevor Lawrence was drafted, there was expectations that he was going to be a top 5 quarterback. I think there was.
Absolutely those.
When Trevor Lawrence was paid his money, there was expectations that he's going to grow into a top 5 quarterback. That's what he's getting paid right now. He's number 4 on the list. He's not playing like it. Like, this is what it is. This is what it is to be a franchise quarterback, to make the money that you're making, to have all the resources and time and energy invested into you. This is what you get. You're going to get ridiculed when you're not playing well, and you'll get celebrated when you're playing great. Like, that's what you signed up for. Like, this is what it is. And when you were winning football games and maybe you weren't playing your best, you got to hide around it. But now, unfortunately, when you're losing football games and it looks like, people will come at you. Like, that's what you sign up for. That's the life of a quarterback.
Yeah, I don't care if they come at him. Like, he can. That's good. Go ahead, come at him.
But that's everyone. Like, this is what it is. Like,
but you're not being realistic about the moment. Like, the moment is the moment. Like, it's what about right now? And that's I don't even care what the fans have to say about it as much as, like, even Liam Cohen's got to stop worrying about that. Like, there's plenty of evidence to know that, hey, you got to manage this a little bit different. Maybe he gets to where Goff got, but you got to manage this like it's Goff coming out of the Rams.
But see, it's okay to have high expectations, though, Brent. Like, nobody had high expectations for Davis Mills yesterday.
Nope.
Nobody. No. And once again, and I'm so, okay, well, the Jaguars deep. He had no offensive line. Who he had Woody Marks running the football and a little sprinkle of Nick Chubb. Set aside from Nico Collins, who was he throwing to? Okay, Dalton Schultz, he had a drop, big drop, but found a way over it. But, like, it's okay to have high expectations. Nobody gave a snowflake's chance in hell yesterday, including myself, that Davis Mills was going to do anything. He did it.
Yeah, but your expectations yesterday, is my point, are fake. Your expectations are you're going against the best defense without 4 starters. Your expectation is to score 17 points, throw for 180 yards, and hopefully not turn the football over. Like, that should have been your expectations yesterday going into that game with Trevor Lawrence and this offense. That's it. Not top 5 quarterback, not Patrick Mahomes, not whoever threw for the most yards yesterday. Like, it's a week-by-week thing where you got to live in the moment and take your expectations of where my expectations were the Jags would maybe get to 20 points. Like, I don't know what that has to do with the last 4.5 years. But the reality is, it's really about Liam Cohen has to say that. Like, you can worry about trying to get him to where you think he can get, but you've got to win the football game.
Sure.
And I think they made.
Okay, let me ask you this. They won the football game against the Raiders. Were expectations met last week with Trevor Lawrence against the Raiders?
Not everybody's expectations.
Okay.
Now, they were met in terms of performance.
In terms of his performance?
In terms of the result.
Okay. Oh, of winning.
Yeah.
Sure.
And scoring on 6 straight possessions.
Sure. But
I don't think the performance would have been, from an expectation standpoint, don't throw the interception.
Sure.
And, I don't know, throw for 300 yards. I don't even know what he threw for.
Like 200-something, like 2-something low, yeah.
Like, you don't think the expectations were met? I thought he played a good game after the interception last week.
No, I think, but once again, I think the run game had a lot to do with it. Like, I don't think, like, was Trevor Lawrence a top 5 quarterback against the Raiders? No, because I think they had Travis Etienne eating in the run game. Like, yeah, I mean, I don't think expectations were, like, I don't know, you won. So, but this is the point, right? Where if they win yesterday, are we still having the conversation about Trevor Lawrence right now? Or are we all cool with it?
Well, I think it hides it.
Okay.
I think it hides it. But the reality is, Trevor hasn't met people's expectations other than the last 9 games of 2022.
And this is okay, and I get that, but it's okay to ask for higher expectations even against the Texans. Like, this is what I feel like is wrong with this fan base, is that everyone's got so much PTSD from Blaine Gabbert and Blake Bortles that you almost feel like you don't deserve, like, an elite quarterback. And then when it's just okay, it's like, okay, we'll celebrate it. Like, it's okay to ask more of the highest paid player on the team, your first pick overall at quarterback, to play better. Like, that's okay. It's okay to have those expectations. I get the quarterback play has kind of been cursed here the past, since I played, really.
Yeah.
Since DG. But, like, you don't have to let that dictate how you feel about this right now. Like, you can expect a little more.
Well, it's okay to expect, but what's the reality of it?
I think if the
The reality is he hasn't met expectations, so get rid of him. That's my point. Like, that's what everybody – well, you can't contractually.
I'm not saying get rid of him, but I'm saying it's okay, man. I'm just saying it's okay to demand more from your franchise quarterback that you're paying top 5 money that everybody was parading around when he first got drafted here. It's okay to expect more, regardless if you're playing the Raiders or if you're playing the Houston Texans. I feel like there's some quarterbacks where you don't make excuses for who they're playing. They find a way to get a job done, and it is what it is. I don't think Trevor Lawrence is there. I think it's okay to expect a little more.
It's okay to expect it. I'm saying in a reality of a football game, are you wishful thinking?
I think no, man.
Again, if you think, then you would expect him to go for 300 yards against Houston and the number 1 defense yesterday with 4 starters out.
Nope. I would expect him to look a lot better than he looked like. I would expect him not to throw to Stingley. I would expect him to not throw the interception, to have the fumble. I would expect a little more. But that's me. Listen, everyone's different, and I get it. That's my expectations for him.
So if he did not fumble the football, didn't throw the pick, and ended up with 160 yards,
Brent,
we would have been okay with it.
But now you're doing what everyone else is doing, man. You're saying, well, if this happened, it happened. So it doesn't matter. Like, what happened, right? And we can sit here and say it's the offensive line. You can sit here and say it's the wide receiver. At the end of the day, what he put out there is what he put out there. Did he play good? No. That's all we got to say about it. I don't have to go through these laundry lists of excuses of this happened and Liam Cohen's play call. No. Was he good yesterday? No, he wasn't.
Okay, you're stuck at quarterback, folks, for the next 2 years because he hasn't been good since 2022, according to expectation, is the point. Okay. So I think we have to reevaluate, recalibrate the expectation level of where the quarterback is. Like, people are out on it. All I keep seeing is get rid of him. Move on. Like, well, no, just recalibrate because you can't move on, number one. He's going to be an overpaid, overhyped quarterback here in Jacksonville that now you have to figure out a way to somehow win football games with and work with. Not with the idea that he is paid and the idea that he can be great, but the reality of where it's at. That's my point in this. I mean, if you have to figure out a way to win and get the best out of him, much like I think Indy tried to do with Daniel Jones. Hey, we're going to run the ball, then we're going to play whatever they're doing that has allowed him to play his best football of his career.
So I'll wrap it all up for you. I don't want Trevor Lawrence to be a game manager. The stuff that you're talking about with running the football and not going at Stingley, like you're making it sound like, and once again, I don't want to put words in your mouth, so you can correct me if I'm wrong. You're making it sound like you want him to be more of a game manager. And I don't want Trevor, I don't want the quarterback of the Jacksonville Jaguars who's getting paid top 5 money, who I think a lot of people thought was going to be a difference maker when he was drafted here, who has shown the arm talent to make throws that maybe only 4 or 5 quarterbacks in the NFL can make. I don't want him to be a game manager. When you're up by a lot and you're playing your rival Houston Texans, I want you to go for the throat. I don't want you to just say, you know what, let's take the ball out of Trevor's hands because we don't trust him. I don't want him to be a game manager. I don't want him to be Jared Goff in LA. I don't. I want him to be better than that. Now, I want him to be Jared Goff in Detroit because he's more than a game manager than he was in LA than he was in Detroit. I don't want him to be a game manager. Simple as that. I think he's better than that. And maybe he's not, and maybe this is my pie in the sky, sunshine and rainbows. I want him to have his fingerprint all over the game. I want to say Trevor Lawrence won us that game. I think Davis Mills is a game manager. I think Davis Mills yesterday elevated his play for whatever reason, felt great, and he won the game. That's what I want from Trevor Lawrence. I don't want the Davis Mills treatment. It's like, okay, let's run the ball 25 times, and every once in a while we'll go play action, and we'll take care of you. No. I want Trevor to go out there and sling it and throw the ball around because I've seen him do it. That's what I want.
Well, I like that. I like that you want it. I just wonder if we are asking for also wanting the pass rush to get sacks.
Well,
Because
Brent,
we haven't seen it a lot.
hey, I've seen Trevor Lawrence make some pretty good throws this season.
Good
and you know
throws,
what? And here's the
not
thing,
good
man.
games.
And listen, if this is me going on a limb here and saying this, fine. Go and clip it, Casey. If you can let Trevor Lawrence go out there and sling it around and see what he's got, then so be it. And if it takes 2 years to figure out if he can do that, then so be it. It's got to be a trial to see, okay, can he do it? Can he not be a game manager? Fine. But I want a franchise quarterback who's going to go out there and win football games. And I want a franchise quarterback that's going to use his arm talent and hit the guys that are open. Take the drop balls out of it. Take the offensive line out of it. Take the run game out of it. Take the defense out of it. I want to know that I have more than just a game manager. I don't want to turn him into that because I think he's too talented, and I'll hold him up to a higher standard as long as it takes. That's what I want. Now, maybe that's stupid, and maybe in 2 years it's going to fall flat on its face. Fine, then go find somebody else. But until that time, I'm willing to stick out, vouch if I'm Liam Cohen and say, we got to find out this guy can sling the rock.
Well, you're going to find out. I don't know if you're going to find out if he can sling the rock and put it in his hands all the time, but you're going to find out over the next couple of years. They have no choice. That's the That's the thing. They have no choice wherever you are on this side. He's the quarterback for the next couple of years as they continue to try to figure this thing out. Brent and Austen Show, that is your Monday morning quarterback report driven by your local Hyundai dealers, and now there's even more to love. We'll be back here on the show and talk a little bit more about this, or probably a lot more about this game, where the Jags, was it the worst loss in franchise history? They've been around for a lot of them.
I like it.
Was it the worst loss in franchise history? I'm trying to think about some of the devastating losses. There was a locker room that felt like, whoa. And we've had a couple of those. And again, we had a lot of losing locker rooms. I know what a losing locker room feels like. Been in a lot of them. This one did feel a little bit different. Talk about it when we come back. Most of us know how to throw. But you need to know what to throw. I'm not talking about footballs, baseballs, softballs. We're talking about those items you need to recycle. Republic Services explains it easy. Recycling simplified. 1. Know what to throw. When in doubt, throw it out. 2. Empty, clean, and dry those materials. It takes an extra minute, but it makes a big difference. And 3. Don't bag it. This makes the recycling process faster and more efficient. This is a look at the Republic Services North Florida Recycling Center. You can make this process even more efficient. By utilizing those 3 steps, Republic Services can help you become a better recycler in your home. Learn more at recyclingsimplified.com.
What a throw! Touchdown, Jaguars!
We're coming for you.
They're going to get him on the ground, and that's going to end the ball game.
We show no mercy. Lawrence looking deep in the end zone. Touchdown! Duval!
ETN is going to take it all the way!
Right here on CBS 47.
CBS 47.
Right here. Your official station of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
And the Jaguars strike first.
Go Jags.
You have the opportunity to explore what you might want to do with your life.
There's so many opportunities here that it can spark interest that you didn't even know you had.
If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit. When you hear that, you think Bono's Pit Barbecue, a staple in Northeast Florida now for 75 years. A place that feels like home with friendly service, a meeting place for friends, family, or business occasions. On the menu, the corn nuggets are a favorite in our house, but there's something for everyone. Sandwiches, platters, salads, sides, desserts, and family feasts. You see Bono's all over the place in Northeast Florida. You know, there are almost 20 locations in the Jacksonville area now, so stop on by, sit down, and dine in with Bono's. You can also take it to go. There are drive-thrus in many of the locations, and they have delivery options too. Just download the Bono's app to make things easy. I signed up for the loyalty program, and you can too, to get special offers. If Jacksonville is home, few things feel more Jacksonville than Bono's Pit Barbecue. Celebrate 75 years and many more to come. Bono's Pit Barbecue. If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit.
People helping people. It's at the core of what Alive Credit Union is all about, and it's been that way for over 70 years. From the start in 1954 to today, the mission remains to inspire financial wellness and give you a financially fit lifestyle. Alive Credit Union and its employees are committed to not only serving their valued members, but also our community here in Northeast Florida. I had a chance to see that commitment firsthand as Alive partnered with our Action Sports Jacks 24/7 team to bring you Armada men's and women's soccer broadcasts. Inside the 18, it is a shot, and it's a goal! Chloe Chivers! And that connection to the community continues with Alive Credit Union's support of the Police Athletic League of Jacksonville. Alive Credit Union's commitment to our community also involves serving the financial needs of all first responders through the recent merger partnership with City and Police Federal Credit Union. Join the community and become a member of Alive Credit Union today. Find out the many ways you can be inspired in financial wellness at alivecu.coop.
Welcome inside the Armor Guard exterior and gutter helmet showroom. There's a lot going on, like glass exteriors, replacement windows, and down there we have the retractable screens and awnings, plus hurricane protection. Let's talk more about those gutters, and to do that, we bring in Kevin. He's the owner, he's the expert. Why Gutter Helmet?
Well, Gutter Helmet is truly the only maintenance-free product. It lets the trash and debris go on the ground, the water wraps around and goes inside. Unlike filters, they sit on top of the gutters, and the trash and debris build up on top of filters, which requires maintenance. With Gutter Helmet, we're going to keep you off the ladder, the most dangerous thing in your garage. With Gutter Helmet, you'll never clean your gutters again. So get off the ladder and put on the helmet. Gutter Helmet.
Get a free estimate at gutterhelmetofnorthflorida.com. You can also call 904-762-7779 or visit the showroom on St. John's Bluff Road in Jacksonville.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
213 yards. I thought it would be more, but they gave up 267 a game, and the short fields plus the punt return kind of factor in there, right? So it's so weird. If you take the first 3 quarters of the game, again, this would not have been something that I thought was, wow, what an offensive performance. Look at Trevor. Look at the offensive line. It wasn't going to be like that, but I actually thought they were getting the job done.
Yeah.
I thought their third quarter drives, Austin, were huge in that game. I felt momentum shift around that halftime area, especially with the interception by Stingley, where they could have maybe got points. They come out of the halftime, and they go march down the field and have a nice field goal drive, a 5-minute drive, and they have it was a good field goal drive in my opinion. 23-10, you're thinking, oh, that's great, right? 23 points should be enough against this team. And then they back it up with a touchdown in the third quarter. And I was like, damn, man, like that's good stuff. I think that one followed the 4th and 5. Like the game really changed there, I thought. Schultz dropped the ball that would have been a touchdown. 3rd and 5, he leaks out. And he had nothing but green grass in front of him, or green turf, right?
Yeah.
And then 4th and 5, Jarian makes a big play, and the Jags turn that into like a 58-yard touchdown drive. And they cash in with ETN. And that's when we think the game's over. And crazy enough, the 2-point conversion try, which I get what they were doing, but also, in hindsight, felt like a mistake. But if they get the 2-point conversion, now, like, there's a lot happening in that game where you might win the game still on 2 weeks in a row on a 2-point conversion failed attempt.
Here's what I didn't get about that 2-point conversion attempt, because you were up by how much at that time? You were up
19.
19, and you're trying to be by 21,
yeah,
as opposed to 20. I mean, do you, at that point, do you not have any faith in your defense to do anything where you have to go for a 2-point conversion? Like, that's where my mind went. Off the get-go.
Well, my guess is there's a card that basically says go up by 21 instead of 20. What's the point of being up by 20?
There's an analytical thing. I got it.
Well, I mean, I think you can find the sense in it. But I think what doesn't happen in that spot, guys, is the fact that you say, wait a minute, if we're up by 20, there's no way 2 touchdowns and a field goal can get us.
Correct.
And they didn't factor that part in. Now they said 3 touchdowns basically have to beat you. And I know, again, I get it. But wouldn't you rather a team have to try to score 3 touchdowns?
No, listen.
With 2-point conversions mixed in there, by the way, which is what they would have to do to beat. Anyway, I don't think they looked at the back end of that. Like, what if we miss?
I mean, once again, yeah.
Or not close enough.
Yeah, I understand that.
The game felt over.
This is where I'm going with it. Where I didn't understand. I'm like, just kick an extra point. What are we doing? Because, like, I don't care what the analytics say or anything. What does analytics say about Davis Mills leading 3 drives in a row to score? Like, go with your gut there. That's what I defer to. I just felt like, man, I feel like you guys are just kind of trying to pile on now for no reason. Like, do you not have any faith in your? And by the way, you shouldn't have had faith in your defense. I guess that came to fruition, but I didn't understand that. I'll be honest.
Yeah. It's hard to fault them. I know what they were doing.
How many yards do we have offensively in the fourth quarter?
1.
I was 1. My bad.
I think 1.
I almost
9
doubled it.
plays.
I doubled it.
Well, they actually went backwards on most plays. I mean, they really did. They got sacked and minus 4 yards. The Jags had
Daniil
plays.
had that 4-yard loss on Travis Etienne's run.
The Jags lost 5 yards and 4 yards on a run play yesterday. That's hard to do.
Can we? I know we're talking
actually and 8 yards, but that was the pitch play. They got cute down at the goal line. Remember?
Yep. Oh, and by the way, with that, the goal line. Can we ban the Wildcat now? We good with that?
Yeah, seriously, man.
Did I not say that last week? Don't do it.
Did.
Well, the Wildcat pitch is probably even worse.
Hey,
it's not fooling nobody.
Just don't do it.
This is not JV.
Just don't do it. I mean, you want to talk about who you're playing against, the best defense? Do you think putting a running back under center is going to maybe tip the defense a little bit up? Maybe you're going to run the football?
One of your best offensive options when you're at the 5-yard line is the threat of Trevor keeping the football and taking it himself.
I mean, Hamby,
if we just eliminate that,
let's go back and bring it. Hamby, we said it last week.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't understand why anybody advanced level of football runs Wildcat, and I'm sure they could explain it, and they'd be like, "Well, sure." But off the top of my head, I cannot understand why you would want to take your quarterback out of the play and the entire defense, all 11, know where the football is going.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't know either. But I thought it worked last week a little bit, so they went back to the
ran
well.
for 4 yards.
Yeah, but it did, man. When you're at the 5-yard line and you run down to the 1, that works. Like, that's part of working. You're inside the 5 and you run down to the 1-yard line. That is working in my book.
Against a much better defense.
Well, that's fine. It didn't work in this one. I'm just saying, like, it did work last week. They actually got positive yards on the 2 plays. They used it back to back. Down near the goal.
You've got positive yards on almost every run all season. Like, you don't have to get cute.
I think a lot of things worked against the Raiders. But
listen, you might be right. I'm just telling you, if you're going off last week, I can see why they went back to it.
I don't, but I get what you're saying, Brent, but we talked about it. I think when you're playing the defensive line like the Texans and they're already good at stopping the run, the last thing you want to do is tip them off anymore that, hey, it's probably going to be a run.
Yeah, well, it wasn't a run to him. That was the mistake.
No, I'm saying just a run in general. Like, there's no threat of the pass.
Yeah.
When Trevor's in, there's a threat to the run, there's a threat to the pass, there's a threat to handoff. I think there's more things as a defense that puts you on your heels, set aside from seeing Travis Etienne under center. Or in shotgun.
I do think there's one of these guys, and again, I'm not going to sit here and defend the Wildcat, but I just think if in the second play against the Raiders, you remember they handed it to De'Ami Brown, and then it looked like Trevor was coming back. My guess is they've got a trick play in there, which I'm not a big fan of trick plays, but they've got a trick play in there where they show Brown pitches it to Trevor, who then throws it to whoever.
Throws it to double coverage. Can't wait to see that come to fruition.
I love when Twitter comes to life.
I'm just telling
you, like,
hey, I'm just telling you that the last trick play that I saw, he threw into double coverage. Did he not?
I just said I don't like the trick play. I'm just explaining what I'm seeing.
And I'm just explaining what you said. Good, man.
Here's one of my.
I picked a bad week to lose the bet, by the way, to have to retweet, because Casey's going to have so much stuff to retweet now. I have to retweet.
Do I?
Oh, you have to do it now? Even though Casey hasn't done his?
I have to do it this week. Oh, yeah, I'm doing it this week.
Am I overplaying how mad I would be, or I think they should be, about the lack of edge and step on your throat in any game, but specifically against Houston.
Underplaying.
I mean, you have the Houston Texans ready to sweep 29-10. Your attitude comes on defense and the offensive line in your run game. Those are the two areas. So the defense is obviously on the field, or you can go to your 4-minute offense. You can pick your whatever, right? Mm-hmm. And that's where your attitude comes. That's where you're like, watch this. I'm going to shove this down your throat. Or I'm going to go beat my left tackle or right tackle or whatever I'm assigned to, and I'm going to go bull rush this guy into next week, and I'm going to go make a play. Heck, there was a play on 2nd and 10 that gets deflected, or 1st and 10. Dewey doesn't even dive for the play early in the third or late in, early in that drive, that last drive.
Okay.
I thought he could have dove for a play. Like, it doesn't feel like there was like this edginess to them at all against Houston of all teams in a crowd of 20,000 freaking people in Houston. There was nobody there.
Mm-hmm. Really?
Nobody there. For the Houston Texans, who have won 6 of the last 10 division titles, 2 in the last 2 years, and are still in the mix for a division game, nobody there. It's not like they brought him to life, by the way. That crowd didn't bring him to life. Nobody there. And you can't go step on their throat against that team? Like, if I'm Tony Baselli, James Gladstone, and Liam Cohen, I'm the most disappointed about that. In a fourth quarter closeout situation, you win that game 32-13. Instead, you lose the football game in part because you don't have enough edge to get it done.
Okay, then let me ask you this, because we heard it the entire week from every single player in that locker room where they're just like, it's another game. We're not going to bring emotion to it. It's another game. It's a divisional opponent. Yes, it's an important game, but that's all it is. We're not going to add more than what's there. Every player that I heard, during the week said that, which leads me to believe if everyone's saying that in the locker room, it's probably coming from the top. So then is there a problem with Liam Cohen not getting enough edge out of his players, not hyping them up enough, not reminding them that Trevor Lawrence got KO'd last year? Like, does that not fall on coaching? Like, we can sit here and say players got to make the plays and everything, but if the narrative the entire week was these guys don't really feel like they're playing the Houston Texans, they don't really feel like, they're still bitter about what happened to Trevor last year. I mean, if that's the narrative going into the game, does that not fall on coaching?
Yeah, it might. And because I think it does go back to that whole – if I'm Liam and, again, Gladstone and Baselli, I'm looking in the mirror today and I'm like, wait a minute. We said we were going to be physical all year. We came out of the gates physical, but now we're really not. Like, we're just okay in that category. And when it mattered the most, we sucked in that category. We couldn't stop anything. They were averaging 9 yards a run on the last drive of the game. Again, maybe tired, but we couldn't push anybody. We couldn't hold Hunter and Anderson. Did in the early game this year. Those guys didn't go off like that. Why did they do it in the third game of the year, but they can't do it in the 9th game of the year? So, like, that's a problem. So it might come from the coaching. Yeah, well, I think it starts there, actually.
Yeah, I think it does. Okay, Hamby, let me ask you this. Did you see anything this week from any player in a press conference, in an interview, that you were breaking down everything, chopping up, that led you to believe that they're going to play a big rival and a team with some bad blood in the Houston Texans?
0.
There you go.
But they didn't play it up the first time either. They didn't play up the Trevor stuff.
But they also addressed that, like, yeah, we know it's a thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Josh actually had a soundbite like, yeah, we're going to beat their whatever, at Wednesday. Like, that was the closest thing to your point. Mm-hmm. And maybe I think people tried to play up the rivalry a little bit. But, hey, I'm not telling you that. I'm just telling you that's my problem with it. Mm-hmm. Like, I have a major problem going back to last year specifically that the Jacksonville Jaguars don't feel like this is their Super Bowl when they play Houston. For a little bit there, it was like Tennessee. Well, that ain't it anymore. We know that. That's changed. Houston is the one that knocked your quarterback out. Houston is the one that has owned your ass for the last 8 years. And you can't get up. You just think like winning one game against them 17-10 was good enough to offset all that. Now this isn't like, hey, let's go own the division. And again, it's like, well, they came out like that, I guess. Is that what we want to say? Because they had some plays go their way. They made plays. They're up 29-10. They looked like they were flying. What changed? Like, why can't you close that out? And I'll come with you that at the end they're tired, but they're not tired with 14 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. They're not tired with 8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Maybe by the time you were on the field late in that other drive, they were tired. I get that. Mm-hmm. But, again, where's the edge of this defense? Like, where's that coming from? And that's where I go back to where you started the show. It's like it's got to start with your leaders, your stars, and just never noticed it. So, and maybe that just means you're not good enough because you're holding the rope, which it helped what it looked like they were doing, holding on for dear life, man. So, yeah, that bothers me about the Houston Jags games, that there's not enough of that. There's just not enough of that. And I don't know if you ever felt that in the NFL. Like when in 2010, 11, 12, did you feel that with
rivals?
Tennessee?
Oh, man, like, listen, I've shared this stories before. Like, number one, I hate losing anything.
Of course, they all do, by the way.
They all do. But, like, it's different now, right? Like, and I've said this before. I've said it many times. Like, when we played the Tennessee Titans, and if we lost, even if we won, but if we lost, I was not shaking hands. Like, I was pissed. I was in a bad mood. Like, it ruined my whole weekend. Like, I wouldn't say good game. Like, forget you. No, it ain't a good game. I don't like you.
Yeah.
And this is more of just, like, me going toe-to-toe with a bunch of offensive linemen that, you know, we were cheap-shotting each other. So, like, there's already some bad blood built there. But no, it's with Houston. It was with Indianapolis. Like, I don't like you. So I'm not going to shake your hand and say good game after. I'm going to go, you know, pout in the corner and throw my helmet because I'm bleeping pissed off. That's different now. Like, that's just, we're going to trade jerseys. We're going to shake hands. Like, that's the way the NFL is now, and that's fine. Like, I'm not going to have the get off my lawn moment with that just because I get that's what it is. So I'll be shouting to avoid. But once again, I'm going to reiterate, if the whole week that I'm watching the interviews and it just seems like, we're playing Davis Mills, we're all, you know, like, I'll be honest, that team felt like they had it taken care of before. Once again, just by sound bites. I didn't hear all the interactions, but it seemed like they were pretty confident they were just going to go out there and take care of business.
Yeah.
And to me, it's a problem that this team has had with the Tennessee Titans for a long time. Where when you look at it on paper, when you look at who the quarterback is, they don't scare you at all. So it's like we can just show up and we can go do our thing. But then you realize, like, hey, this is a team that doesn't quit and they're pretty physical. Maybe we should have, you know, change our mindset a little bit. Like, that's been the story, I feel like, with this, you know, this organization for a while.
Yeah.
And you can call it playing down to the competition, whatever you want to call it. At the end of the day, if it's one player that's just, you know, not playing physical, you can fix that. If it's an entire team that kind of fits that mold, that starts at the top. So it starts with Liam Cohen.
Yeah. Listen, that's fine. I'm trying to figure it out because I don't disagree with you. I think this was a major problem last year, and we said that. Like, where's the guy throwing the cooler? Where is it? Is that snuck back in? Is this a satisfied football team? How the hell can you be satisfied if you're that defense when you give up 29 points to Geno Smith and you got your ass whooped in London? Like, how can you not be pissed off? How can you not play with edge?
Did we miss Jordan Lewis yesterday?
Yeah, absolutely. Those are some of the guys. Again, I do think it's significant that the Jaguars did not have 3 players that this regime brought in to help build more of that. That is Jordan Lewis, Travis Hunter, and Eric Murray. Mm-hmm. And by the way, the guy on offense, which we can't keep using this as an excuse, but the guy on offense that has the most of that is Brenton Strange. He continues to be out for the Jags. Like, that's the reality. Travis Hunter provides the juice. Where's the juice? We fell right back into this melancholy, even keel football team. Mm-hmm. Because all the guys that you brought in to change that aren't playing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's up to Cohen to continue to provide that edge to these guys and figure it out. That again, it bugs me. It bugs me specifically with Houston. I get the NFL. The NFL, you can have a week where it just doesn't work. You can't not have it work when you've got your rival down 29-10 and you got a chance to end their season. Like, how can't you feel the urgency in that?
Just another week, Brent. Just another week. Just another opportunity.
But see, this is
people get so mad at what they got. What are they supposed? Now, listen, you can. I thought Trevor was pretty adamant. I thought Liam was good in the postgame, maybe too good. We'll get to that. But well, and maybe you're right. Maybe I'm wrong here because I've interviewed these guys a lot. I'm always like, well, what are they supposed to say? Right?
Gotta execute, Brent.
Well, we're
just gotta execute.
The problem, like,
Didn't finish. Gotta
you
finish.
know this.
Didn't go +1 on the scoreboard. +1 on the scoreboard.
This bugs people so much. But you also
clip
know.
it, Hamby, clip
you
it.
also know you can't. You will not get too high and too low, like the outside world does. Like the NFL guy does not want to get too high or too low. They're trained not to.
Of course.
And so, therefore, you see a lack of emotion in front of cameras and everything else. Plus, they're very well trained now, for the most part. Like, you're not getting a lot. You get it around the league once in a while, a guy that loses his crap. But you just don't see it a lot. And people hate that. But you're just not going to get it a lot.
Yeah.
Because they also don't want to show signs of panic.
Are we going to get Liam Cohen's post-game locker room talk?
Yeah, I don't know. But, I mean, should you?
I don't know. I'd be interested to see how pissed he was.
I'm actually, hey. I'm not, hey.
You'd be looking forward to it.
I'm not mad, Hamby.
I would.
I would. Yeah, I just want to see what the response is. Because,
yeah.
Well, let's be honest. Like, this is, I mean, I'm upset. I'm upset after every loss. But, like, I'm upset about this one because you had all the momentum in the world.
Yeah.
Like, Houston in that first half with you had Parker Washington get the touchdown. You had the drop punt. Like, they were ripe for the picking. Like, they shouldn't even been on the same field as you.
Game was over.
The game was done. Oh, I'm sorry, Davis Mills is gonna lead them in the second half? No. And I told this to Ham before the show. My son in the fourth quarter was like, hey, can we go play some football at the beach now? Like, this game's over. And I turned to him and I go, I got to see a couple more minutes and then we'll watch it later because something doesn't sit right with me.
Yeah.
Well, we watched the whole game, didn't get to go to the beach because it was a long-ass game, by the way.
It was way too long.
Way too long.
It was one of those games where you're right about that. You thought you were like, this isn't over yet.
No.
This isn't over yet. We'll talk about – I was interested to see – I thought you might come in today and have a problem with what Liam Cohen said. I want to get your thoughts on what Liam Cohen said after the game.
Talk about blaming the defense?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
I want to see what you have to say about that.
Yep.
We will take a break. We'll be back. Brent and Austen Show on the Action Sports Shacks 24/7 network. Hey, don't forget to visit Mason's Famous Lobster Rolls. We'll have our spreads coming up later this week and the results as well. MasonsLobster.com. Hey, get them for lunch and dinner or a catering event around the holiday season as well. MasonsLobster.com. 2 locations, Ferndale Beach and the St. John's Town Center.
Choose your own adventure. It's not just a saying, but a way of life here at Cycles of Jacksonville. And whether it's 2 wheels or 4 wheels, at Cycles of Jacksonville, a great adventure awaits. With brands like Honda, Vespa, Segway, and Triumph, Cycles of Jacksonville has you covered with the inventory featuring a 60,000 square foot building. If 4 wheels is more your thing, check out the largest selection of Honda Talons in the entire county. No matter what you're looking for, Cycles of Jacksonville is going to have the selection you need, all with great financing and rebates. Plus, if you're active duty military, Cycles of Jacksonville will offer you 0% financing along with great discounts for military and first responders. And when you want to get off the road and set sail, Cycles of Jacksonville has you covered with everything you need to get on the water. So if you're ready for a great adventure, let Cycles of Jacksonville be your guide. Located off Atlantic Boulevard or check out their website at cyclesofjacksonville.com.
How do we make Mason's Famous Lobster Rolls? It's simple. We get up before dawn, head into the open waters of Maine, haul in our traps by hand, and send only the best straight to our restaurants, where we add warm butter or chilled mayo with a squeeze of lemon and pile it on a toasted split-top roll, just like it's been done for nearly a century. That's the recipe for Mason's Famous Lobster Rolls.
Thanks for meeting me here.
You okay?
You're my only lawyer friend, and I need your professional opinion.
Okay.
You see that brand new Hyundai Tucson out there?
Yeah.
That's all I paid for it. Do you know what you want?
Yeah. I think I do.
Enjoy your new car.
Thanks, bye-bye.
Deal so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Lease a Hyundai Tucson for $259 a month, or get 2.99% APR, or get $1,750 bonus cash. Hurry in.
Grab some friends and go to a restaurant, or head out for a drink and some conversation. Watch your favorite team play on the big screen. Or how about play some games? You can do all of that in one night at Best Bet. Each location has a different vibe, its own personality, like here at the original Best Bet in Orange Park. When you walk through these doors, everybody knows your name. And here in St. Augustine, it's the newest location. Play some poker. How about the table games? And don't forget about Ace's Sports Bar and Grill. And then there's the Jacksonville location right here on Monument Road. It's the biggest poker room in the state of Florida. Maybe you'll find yourself a seat right here at the final table. Best Bet, where you can have the best of times. And that makes you always go home a winner. Try any of the 3 locations, and you can always visit bestbetjacks.com.
Year 2 is in the books for the Jacksonville Armada women's under-23 squad, taking another step forward in the Women's Premier Soccer League. Under the guidance of head coach David Goff, the girls in blue went undefeated at home for a second straight season, including a dramatic draw in the opener.
And they've left it to the death. Unbelievable stuff.
And a late winner to end the season at home.
Headed on. Here's a chance. Gianna Ramirez brings it down, still alive, takes a shot, and into the back of the net.
After fielding a younger roster in 2025 with talent from all across Northeast Florida, the future is bright for the Armada women's team. We highlight the ladies and all things Jacksonville Armada each week on Fleet and Footy on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
I'll put one in the back of the net for you.
Join us for player profiles, fun interviews, and the very latest on the Fleet and all things footy. That's every Thursday at 2 p.m.
Burgers or breakfast, you can get it all at Whataburger. Try something new on the menu or an all-time favorite like the Whataburger Patty Melt. And now you can have breakfast here at Whataburger 12 hours a day, 11 p.m. until 11 a.m. Menu items like the bacon taquito, sausage taquito, honey butter chicken biscuit. Whether you work the late night shift, just want a snack early in the morning to get your day started, or a little pick-me-up late in the morning, 12 hours a day, breakfast served, 11 p.m. until 11 a.m. A dozen locations in Jacksonville. You can order pickup or delivery and download the Whataburger app. New rewards members get free Whataburger items when placing their first online order. Just download the app. And for us coffee drinkers, Whataburger has all new hot coffee and iced coffee too. Satisfy that coffee craving at Whataburger 24/7, and it comes in a variety of flavors. Burgers, breakfast, coffee, and so much more. Whataburger, just like you like it.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
There are those Mason's famous lobster rolls weekend spreads. Sports Office keeps getting it done. And right there at 2 and 3, it's the only race that really matters.
I'm still confused because I could have swore we had every.
Yeah, I think we might have said it wrong because I think we were right. I think he's right. I think we got that.
Because
we had Texas A&M. I have it right here in front of me.
Okay, go ahead.
We had Texas A&M,
and we didn't.
We had Clemson,
and we didn't.
And we had the Chargers,
you guys
who are
picked
wins.
FSU, huh?
We did pick FSU, yeah. And you had the Chargers for the win.
Yeah, I know we had the Chargers.
And what did we have?
And you had your wins were the Patriots,
yep,
the Rams, and the Chargers.
Okay.
You picked Mizzou, you picked FSU, and you picked the Jags.
Okay.
We picked the Bucks, the 49ers, and the Jags.
Gotcha. Okay.
What did the Sports Office lose? Which one did they get right?
They lost the Bucks and the Jags. They got the Rams, Clemson, Texas A&M, and Chargers.
By the way, the Jags, it was plus 1.5, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
So that last touchdown made the difference.
Yes,
I didn't even think.
I mean,
about
we all
that.
would have got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Vegas.
Unfathomable.
I wouldn't even want it.
I can't tell you guys how many times I've been down. See, what happens to me, just give you a little bit of an idea. Like, we're in the press box, and if you don't get down to the ground floor through the elevator by the 2-minute warning, you get stuck because they hold the elevators for the coaches in most facilities. And so then you can't get down until after the game. Well, first of all, if they win in a postgame, I usually have a chance to maybe get a player right off the field if they win, not usually after a loss. And not all the time, but maybe. So a lot of times I go down early in the last few minutes, like by the 4-minute mark or something, and get going. So I beat the 2-minute elevator deal. So I can't tell you how many times over the years, because, the games come down to the last moments. You're coming down the elevator, you're at the away stadium, and you're walking down and you're trying to get close to a monitor or a TV. In a lot of places, they don't have a lot of them, crazy enough. And you're trying to figure out, well, all you do is hear the crowd. Like whether the crowd cheers or not, what just happened for the most part. And I've been down in that Houston damn tunnel so many freaking times. And I actually I'm like, I shouldn't watch this from here. The Jags are definitely, I've been here so many times and watched the Jags piss something away here. And this is going to happen again. But I got no choice. I have nowhere to go. I got to watch. And it happened again. So, it wasn't surprising. I was actually, I'm numb to it.
Yeah, it was actually.
I'm really numb to it. I've been angry at times over the years, mostly for Jags fans and everybody else, and we got to deal with the crap all week now. But I was just numb to the fact that they blew that game. You could kind of feel it. What's still stunning to me, and if you want, again, the Houston thing bothers me that it doesn't bother them as much. But the other part of it that really should bother people is I think Houston got the ball back with 7 minutes to go. And they basically said, we're going to use this entire 7 minutes up and drive down and win the game. And they did.
Yeah, from their own 7-yard line.
From their own 7-yard line. Once they got the first down to Schultz, they start running the football at 9 yards a clip, and they saw what probably you saw. The Jags were gassed. And they're like, yeah, we're just not going to leave them any time.
It was almost a repeat of the Bengals. 90-yarder to win the game.
Oh, it was a repeat of the Bengals. And again, the Bengals made a big, once they got the pass interference play, then they were like, yeah, we got this.
Yeah, run.
And then once they got that 3rd and 10 play, 20 yards to Schultz out to the 27, they're like, yeah, we got this.
Then
because at the time you're thinking
Brent,
if he has to.
It was run for 5, run for 6, run for 5, pass for 7, run for 12, run for 7. Yeah, that Nick Chubb had 1 carry before that last drive, and then he came in and got 50 yards.
Unbelievable. Yeah. And again, to your point, they were gassed. But I'm starting to do the math in my head because Houston only has 1 timeout. They had to burn a couple. And so I'm thinking, okay, there's now 6:20 to go in the game, 3rd and 10. If they get off the field there, you're wondering if Houston gets the ball back. Jags get probably 2 first downs. Now, that wasn't going to happen either, apparently. But if they get 2 first downs, the clock's done. You could really kill the last 5 or 6 minutes of the game because of that situation. So, yeah, it's unbelievable. It's really hard to fathom and almost still a little bit stunning how they lost the game. When you go look at the box score, you want to throw up? Go look at the box score. In the box score, when they put first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, it says 26-0.
It does indeed say that.
How many teams have scored 26 points in a quarter in the history of the game? I mean, it can't be many. That's a hell of a lot of points in an NFL game in a quarter. Unbelievable. It's wild, I think I'm getting more mad as I go.
There you go, Brent. Come on now.
Yeah, after everything was said and done, the Texans ended up rushing for 6 a carry.
Yeah.
And you would have never said that.
Yeah, they ran for 130.
Yeah, in the first 3 quarters. Just ran it right down the throat.
Liam Cohen. Did you have a problem with his remarks? Should we listen to the remarks first?
Let's listen to him again, please.
I'm going to play you 3 quick ones.
Okay.
All right.
When you blitz, and then when we 4-man rush, we're not getting home. That's the reality. And that's a hard place as any coach to be in, and players as well at times. So, but I didn't necessarily think there was we were putting these guys in really bad positions. You're kind of trying to hold on to a lead and make them earn it, and we let up too many explosive plays.
All right, there's one.
I know what he's saying. Basically, you're like, hey, you just keep everything in front of you late in the game, right? In that situation. And they can nickel and dime you, but then you make a play somewhere.
Yeah.
Right? that's what every team would do in that spot when it's 29-10.
Yeah. Listen.
You just want to hear all three?
Oh, no. I mean, no. I like this. I like breaking each one down. I think it's a smart thing to do, Hamby. Okay, here's what I think about that comment that he just brought up. And I forgot, what was the question? Just, hey, Dave does about the defense, right?
Yeah, the pass rush.
There you go. All that stuff. Okay. As a media person, as someone who's doing this show with you, Brent, I liked what he said. As a former player, I don't like what he said. Because a player can look at that and interpret it as, okay, it's our fault. Which, hey, by the way, this is media Austen saying, it's kind of your fault.
It is.
Okay?
It is, yeah.
But once again, this is the player now talking. The defense can turn around and say, well, what did your offense do? The defense can turn around and say, how many yards did you put up again? What'd you guys do in the second half to have our back? So last time I checked, I think Parker Washington had a punt return or whatever for a touchdown, and so he helped out a little bit. But what did the offense do?
And you got gifted the first 3 points of the game.
Exactly.
Well, in the next 7.
So if you want to play that game, and once again, this is the player, this isn't me, this is the player speaking. Players can take that maybe in the wrong, connotation and say, okay, so it's all our fault then.
Yeah.
Because you're the offensive-minded guy. Now you're going to point the finger at that.
Yeah.
So,
exactly what I thought you might say.
Well, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Right? So, once again, as a media member, no problem saying it. He's speaking the truth. We all thought it, right? Sometimes as a coach, though, I feel like you just can't be so blunt. You just can't say what everyone's thinking. You got to have your team in account there. And I don't think he had his defense's best interest in that account.
Does he have equity built with all the times that he does take ownership? Like he's done that. We've praised him. People have praised him for that, right?
We're about – listen, I can't answer that because I don't know. But we're about to find out how much equity he has built because the last thing you want to see now is the offensive defense calling kind of like in Cincinnati, right? Where offensive players calling defensive players calling, like you don't want to see that.
Yeah.
That can be a little bit of a match that can get that kind of narrative going if they don't have success next week.
All right. So where else you taking us, Hamby?
Definitely some probably disbelief, you're like, you got a 19-point lead and you can't hold on to it. And that's disappointing. That's really disappointing against an in-division opponent on the road where you're controlling the game for the majority of it with all three phases having an impact. But, I don't think we forced the punt in the second half, which was obviously hard when they're trying to play catch-up. They're throwing it, and then when they were able to go and run it on that long last drive, they were able to run it. And, that was something that obviously hurt us.
Again, the media member in me, the fan in me, yeah, that's what it was. The former player in me is going to go, oh, I'm sorry, control the game. Was the offense controlling it all in the second half? Did you guys help us out? Did you guys keep going 3 and out, or did you actually have long, sustained drives? Were we gassed? Were we exhausted in the fourth quarter because you guys couldn't, stem together a drive? Once again, that's the former player. That could be a narrative going on. I'm not saying it is, but if I'm a player in that locker room and I'm already pissed off because we have the Houston Texans and everything, and I hear that, my mind can maybe go there a little bit.
Yeah, I think what's interesting here, and we'll get to one more in a second, but this is fascinating to me because you, watching this show, listening, I have been around here a long time, and you complain about players saying, we got to look in the mirror. We got to fix this.
Get him, Hamby.
We got to do this. We got to do that.
Get him, Hamby.
And no emotion, no real responsibility, no real accountability. Well, if you say that all the time, you love what Liam Cohen is saying because he's answering the damn question again. Mm. But the reason why a lot of guys get up there and look like statues and just stoic and don't say much is because they don't want what Austin's talking about to happen. So where does this go? Now, we've seen other examples like Dan Campbell. Campbell's been able to do this, and it's been able to work. And I do think that I will set the table with Cohen has been accountable. He preaches accountability. He says we're going to have tough conversations. Doesn't hide behind. I don't feel like he's hid behind anything other than maybe an injury here or there. But he kind of says it how it is, right?
Yeah.
And so if that's who he is, and that's who he is in front of them, and that's who he is in the team meetings, and he is pointing his finger back at himself today because of stuff they did on offense and everything else, then I think he's built the equity to do this and make you, the fan, happy, by the way, because you'd rather hear that than the other crap. And not that he's trying to make you happy. He's just being honest. And honesty can sometimes in this business get you in trouble.
Because this is the thing. I'm happy that maybe he's winning over some fans there.
He's not trying to win. He
no,
doesn't care about that.
No, I get
He's just
it.
being honest.
But this is an American Idol. Like, don't worry about, and honestly, like, I know this is going to be like kind of, I'm kind of sabotaging the media. Don't worry about the media. Like, don't try to appease to all of us and say what we want to hear. You need to focus on what your players want to hear more. That's the most important part. It's not a popularity contest to see who can get the most, crazy behind-the-scenes access and all this stuff. And, yeah, we celebrate it. It's great because we've never seen it before. But what's more important than all of that is making sure that your players are good in that locker room.
Yeah.
And once again, and maybe they are. Like, we're not going to be privileged to seeing, I'm sure, the post-game conversation after that loss.
Yeah.
Right? Probably wouldn't do it. I don't blame them. Hopefully what needed to be said had to be said, and the players respond to it accordingly. You come out against LA, and it is what it is. I don't see that access, though, right? So all I have to go off of is what you're saying after the loss. And what you're saying is, once again, I love it from the media, fan, love it. Accountability, got to hold it. I don't necessarily like it a lot from the players.
Well, yeah.
We got one more.
We got one more, but just one quick thought here. I don't think he's appeasing the fans. I think he's being who he is.
Sure.
And I think they've been very transparent, and this is transparent, Liam. This is why he struggled, we thought, with the Cincinnati situation with Brian Thomas Jr., because he doesn't fake it very well. I don't think he really is. I think he just says it how it is, which we praise most of the time and has been applauded most of this year. But I do think it's interesting to note what happens in that locker room. Could something happen in that locker room? Are they taking enough accountability, too, even on the defensive side? The one thing he did do, and I'm not sure we're going to hear it here or not, I thought he defended Campanile because he at one time basically says, like, listen, I listen to the calls.
Right,
like, Is that what we got next?
No.
Okay, we don't have that one. But he's like, I listen to the calls through the headset.
No,
exactly. It's like, I'm not sure I'd call much different.
What are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
Yeah. And he had his back there, which we appreciate.
Which I bet is
But this is all in the play. Like, he's putting the players out
really
there.
has.
And once again, when you're winning, you put the players out there, it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
When you're losing and you do it, it's not such a great thing.
Yeah, Ripley, we'll get back to your scheme on defense failed. I'm not sure. What do you call? I don't think this is a scheme thing. To me, that's not a scheme thing. They gave up 29 points, and they showed 15 different things last week against the Raiders. They tried everything. So schematically, like, I don't know. Maybe it is more of a scheme thing. I don't know the X's and O's. I don't play. I just feel like they're trying a lot of things.
Yeah, I will say this much, and then we'll let him play the last bit. When it comes to the defense, and you saw, and once again, this is a team on defense that is pressing a lot because they can't get home. But it's almost to the point now where they're playing outside themselves to try to get home, and not because if you look at like when it was inside the red zone, towards the goal line, they kept trying to run stunts. And stunts take time to develop. And the ball by the goal line comes out a lot quicker. Quicker. So while you were running stunts in that situation, like, you aren't setting your players up for success. Watch the Texans, what they do. It's close by the goal line. Your hands up.
Yeah.
Create hard throwing lanes.
Yeah.
Like, those are things that's scheme oriented.
Yeah. I would say there's a little bit going on these last 2 weeks, like I felt Nielsen was doing last year. And that is grasping at straws, trying something. And again, what I will say with that is that's really tough. If you think of a 3-play sequence where you're trying to get somebody off the field, that means you have to guess correctly in the chess match on 3 consecutive downs, or they've got to screw up. Somebody's going to screw up. And guess what? They kind of did. And somebody's going to make a play. You remember that 4 down, like where Jarian stops him on 4th down? Well, they screwed up on 3rd down.
Yeah.
Because they didn't catch the ball, would have been a touchdown. So, you need so much to go right. Where I kind of get what Cohen's saying about Campanile. It's like, what's he supposed to do? You can't just call every play exactly the way it's supposed to be against whatever look, Yeah. And that's the pressure I think they're under right now. All right, let's listen to the last Liam one.
Quick one on the lack of pass rush.
It's been a frustration for a while now, obviously. The combination of lack of getting to the quarterback, and when we do, finishing it. But it definitely needs to continue to get evaluated and see who can help us do those things too.
Ooh, can.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem. That's my biggest thing about today, guys, is what can you do? I mean, what can you do? I thought Strigow showed a lot of effort can you go to a guy like that?
What you have is what you have.
What now. You got?
You didn't, once again, I'll go back to last hour. It was a need in the draft. It was a need in training camp. It was a need in the preseason. And it's been a need all year.
Been a need for 4 years.
Okay, let me ask you this.
You didn't address it. So here you are. You made the bed. You better get cozied up because you got to lay in it. Simple as that. What's up, Hamby?
It's been a problem for a while. Austin, as you just said, it was a problem.
Hamby, I'm so worn out of it talking about it. But yeah, we talked about it a lot. It's been a problem. Yes.
Gladstone didn't address it in the draft.
Correct.
He did in free agency.
Mm-hmm.
Agba has not worked. Smoot, love him, has not worked.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Austin Johnson?
Nothing has worked.
Is he good?
They finally played Colin Saunders yesterday.
Oh, that's right.
They did. He got 13 snaps. They did not address it at the trade deadline. Maybe they tried. Yes, Quentin Williams on the interior, all that stuff.
They tried.
The fact of the matter is there was no help, and the help they did get, Agba, Smoot, hasn't worked. Is this Gladstone's first mistake, position group, not improving the edge at all over these last 8 months?
I mean, Hamby, I'm just going to say not improving the defensive line because interior falls in this category as well. And it's why Mason Graham was on a lot of mock drafts, before, the Genty rumors and then after, obviously, the Travis Hunter stuff. But, we knew what it was. Now, I think, and listen, and I'll man up and admit, I was wrong about it. I thought more of it was on Ryan Nielsen than what it was actually the players that they had. All right? I thought Ryan Nielsen killed this defensive line so much where it's okay, don't address it in the draft. Maybe, just take a single, in terms of free agency, and you'll be all right. No, it's not all right. So, once again, was Nielsen a problem last year? Absolutely. I mean, I think if you look at players putting on weight, you put up players playing out of position, he was definitely part of the problem. But I guess what I didn't give enough credence to was the fact that even though I was clamoring for you need more help, I thought they would have been middle of the road with what they had. And they are not middle of the road. By any stat, PFF number, by anything. They're not middle of the road. It's bad. So, yeah, I mean, listen, what you have is what you have right now. Next year, I'll say this much, it's got to look a lot different.
Why was it pretty good in the early going?
Once again, and this is...
It's not like they were playing soft teams. They didn't have that soft schedule.
But, Brent, this is the problem with, winning, or number one, winning, because it covers up some stuff. They had some fortunate turnovers, some bad throws, some interceptions that...
But they forced some of those.
They did. Brent, I was the guy that was saying, hey, is Campanelli going to be here next year? Because he might be a head coach.
Well, no, but that's my big thing.
Hey.
Are they not conditioned?
Remember that conversation?
Remember
that? I literally said on here,
hold it against you.
It's time to have that conversation. Are we going to have Coach Campanelli here next year?
That was after the Monday night win.
I won't hold it against you.
Yeah.
But we're praising his energy, right? Where'd the energy go? Are these guys not conditioned to make it to game 9? Are they beat up? Are they? That's what I'm asking. It's we have seen it. The one thing about the offense, and again, we'll go back to this Trevor conversation. We haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Like, we haven't seen a 360-yard game out of them. We haven't seen a, wow, look at that offense go. Look at that offense click. We have not seen it. We're waiting for it. And so, like, that's not it. We have seen a defense. Now, the difference is Jordan Lewis and Eric Murray and Travis Hunter. Is that a big enough difference? Those are not pass rushers, by the way. But is that a big enough difference to get the first 4 games compared to the last 5 games?
Guys, real quick. First 5 games, averaging, you gave up 20 points a game. 4 games since, giving up 30 points a game. You want to take out the last touchdown to the Texans with the pick 6 or fumble return or whatever, then you're still you're giving up 28.5. Is all of that Lloyd missing, Lewis missing, Trayvon being out, Murray being out? Is it, as Ripley said in the chat, hey, people watch film. They got a great idea of what the Jags defense was in the first half or first month. They adjusted. Is there any percent, truly hypothetical, even 5%? Well, the only player that came and went during that time on the defense was Tyson Campbell. Not that you're missing necessarily his play. The big guy in the locker room, they were Jags. Is it 1%? I'm not saying it's anything. I'm just asking.
It could be a compilation. I mean, I do think the
Trayvon something in the locker room.
Well, the Trayvon injury, I don't know about that. The Trayvon injury, I think, changed some stuff. And he's been kind of useless up until because of the injury. And I'm not saying Pele. I mean, for 4 weeks he was kind of useless with the club. He was trying like hell, but he's not his normal self. I think that's been a big factor. But that's really, and then I do think, listen, Jordan Lewis won the best in the game. And Eric Murray's a safety net back there more than anything they've got. They have a worry back there now. Yeah. I do think there's a domino effect. I don't even know how Travis Hunter really plays into it. So, yes, I do think so, but not to give up 19 points in the fourth quarter.
Listen, I'll just, I mean, once again, like, listen, we can go back and forth because we can say that, I mean, this was a defensive game. We can say the offense didn't do enough to help the defense out. Special teams, I mean, special teams was awesome. Fantastic. All right, so you won one phase of the game. Turnover battle, like they had 2, we had 2. Like, was it 2 and 2? Oh, I meant that no, because it was 3, but I don't even count that because that didn't matter. At the end of the day, and this is what Liam Cohen I think is starting to realize, and this is going to be, I think it's kind of a rude awakening for him. And there's no special play, there's no scheme, and there's no speech that you can really give about it, honestly. Who are the leaders of this team? Because here's the difference between what you had in Tampa Bay, and here's the difference that you have in Jacksonville right now. And we've talked about this before, Brent. In Tampa Bay, Godwin goes out, Mike Evans goes out, you still had Tristan Wirfs, you still had guys in that locker room who've played in a Super Bowl, who know how to win, who knows what it means to be a Buccaneer. I'll ask again. Who are the leaders in this locker room right now? And
you asked me who are or who should be?
Well, no, I'm saying are. And don't give me just because they're making a lot of money. I'm saying who are the leaders in this locker room right now? Who are the guys that are giving the sound bites, that are holding people accountable, that are losing their minds on the field? Who are the leaders right now in this locker room? Hamby, obviously this includes you. Please feel free to give me some names.
Well, Trevor is not a leader, says somebody. Trevor is one of their leaders, no doubt. He's the one that's face fronting everything, right? So he has to be.
Hainsey.
I think Hainsey comes to mind for me.
But I think your question, Austin, is really about the defense.
And the defense,
I mean,
I feel like Josh.
It's about this team in general. I mean, it's literally about this team in general. Yeah, I mean, sure, Foye, Josh, but like once again, are we seeing accountability? Are we seeing?
Yeah, I don't think there's some. Yeah,
I would say Foye is probably a good bit more vocal.
Okay, but I'm going to say this too. And
Jordan Lewis was named a captain,
of course, and he's out. Strange has been out.
Yeah, I wouldn't say he was. I wouldn't put him on the leader category. Yeah, he might be, but I wouldn't put him there.
But here's the thing about being the leader as well, and I say this all the time. Not only do you have to have the presence, if you have to be vocal, you have to lead by example. You also have to have the skills to back it up.
Yeah.
And that's what's going on right now. Like I feel like everyone's kind of looking at each other going, hey, is someone going to – and no one's doing it. And I think in Tampa, I think they have that.
Yep.
I think in a lot of franchises, when, it looks ugly, I think they have that with some players. I don't know who those players are here.
Yeah, I think it's fair. The fact that we have to even talk about it for 3 minutes to come up with who we really think it is says a lot.
I mean, listen, I can go Houston right now. I can go, and we don't like him, Aziz Shire. There you go. There's one.
Yeah.
Don't like him, but he is. They love him there, right? Nico Collins, I think he's a leader.
Yeah. I think this is the problem with this football team going back to last year. And I thought of this yesterday in that 19-point disaster. I felt like everybody's looking around for somebody else to make a play. Mm-hmm. And remember that conversation last year?
Yeah.
Was that 23 or was it last year?
That was last year.
We had that conversation. It's like, and people even said it. Like guys like Ingram and Armstead and Trevor and whoever said, hey, we're just looking around for somebody else to make a play. You got to be the one to make the play. And that's where I come back to what you said at the top of the show. What I really come out of this game thinking is like, listen, Jags don't have elite players because elite players will make a play at some point. And the players that made a play, Parker Washington yesterday, Ventrell Miller yesterday, Danny Strigow yesterday, those guys aren't elite players. Jarian Jones yesterday, those are not elite players. With all due respect to them, that's not their job to be an elite player, not getting paid like it. Yeah. They weren't invested in like that. The guys that are expected to or invested in to be from money you take, but I talk draft capital, how you built this team, I think are good players, have potential to be really good players, but aren't elite players. Because there's just no way in hell in a 29-10 football game somebody doesn't close the door. An elite player will come up and make a play. And the Jags didn't make a play. Like they did not make one play in 16 minutes of football. They really didn't make one play. So, I don't know. I get your point. This goes back to
the beginning.
Yeah, you got to be, first of all, you got to be elite. You got to have some of that in the NFL. It's a 1% league. Everybody's good. You need great somewhere along the way. Jags have not had a lot of great for a long time. One of the problems. They have more good than they've had over a long time. Just haven't had a lot of great. And the other thing is you can't really say, hey, come on, fellas, if you're not playing good football or good enough football. It's really hard to point. Kind of go back to the Cohen thing right here. It's okay, you can't point too much if your offense has looked like ass most of the year.
Well, Hammy, do we have one more, Coach?
That was it.
Oh, my bad. Okay, sorry.
So, yeah, they got the Spider-Man meme right now. I mean, everybody's just looking at the other guy.
Well, and listen, I don't want to say I spoke this into existence. I put a curse on this team, but I said, hey, we're going to find out when they start losing really badly what it's going to look like, what kind of coach Liam Cohen is. We're about to find out against LA, I think. Yeah. Because I feel like LA is kind of a must-win game for a lot of reasons.
Yeah, I feel like it feels really big.
And you're coming off of arguably one of the worst losses in Jaguars history.
Yeah, I just think
so let's see what you got.
You go back to pride and stuff, right? Like this is like, hey, man, if you can't get up and play, you're going to just go hide in the corner. This team has hit in the corner a lot over the years, especially after something like this.
Yeah.
We're going to find out. Again, this is where you change the franchise. You start changing franchises if you can bounce back from this kind of stuff. And honestly, there's not a lot of confidence to say, well, I don't know why that would be. It'd be a little bit of blind faith to do that. And I'm a positive guy. We'll be back on the Brent and Austen Show here on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 Network. When it's time to get a new car for anyone in your family, just remember, nobody but Nimnick, the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville. Get the latest price breaks on 2023 and 2024 models or the newest 2025 vehicles in the showroom on Phillips Highway or shop online at NimnickBuickGMC.com 24 hours a day. GMC Sierras, Yukons, and the redesigned Acadias, or get the all-new redesigned line with Buicks. It's nobody but Nimnick, and part of the reason why is this is a first-class buying experience here at Nimnick Buick GMC. You're not just a customer, you're a friend. This is about getting a vehicle that best fits you and getting you on the road, and also helping you and your family down the road. Nimnick has a treating you right guarantee, courtesy, respect, fairness. And most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer, nobody but Nimnick. Who has put in the most years and stands behind a better experience? Nobody but Nimnick. GMC, we are professional grade.
If you look good, you feel good. And the medical professionals here at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics are here to make you feel your best. I'm on camera every week, and I have a confession to make. I'm not always confident in my appearance. Can you see my dark circles? Is my makeup highlighting my fine lines instead of covering them up? I question it all. So when I found out about the wide variety of procedures here at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics, I knew help was just one appointment away. Medical Director Dr. Megan Deacon Casey and her board-certified physicians have been using the latest and cutting-edge technology for the last 10 years, giving men and women their personal confidence boost. From Botox, fillers, Morpheus 8, and so much more. The hardest part was figuring out what I needed. Thankfully, the medical team walked me through what would work best for me through a free consultation. Come look and feel your best with the team here at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics. Visit them at one of their 2 locations, either over in Ponte Vedra or on the south side.
Baker's Sports. It's a hometown business filled with hometown people trying to make you feel right at home.
Chris Conley, Jacksonville University. Walker Wright, class of 2018, West Nassau High School. Michael Young, Fletcher High School.
Baker's Sports started in a grassroots way and now outfits much of the Southeast.
Tony Mazzio, Sandwood High School, class of 2002.
High school sports, travel sports, youth sports of all kinds. They are a one-stop shop carrying Nike, Adidas, Under Armour brands, and more.
Vincent Caldes, Oak Leaf High School. Samuel Coffrin, Paxton School for Advanced Studies.
Whether it's sports teams on the field or it's your team in the workplace, like our Action Sports Jacks team, and community events like the Dream 18 Golf Tournament, and many others.
Colts Hilly, Hilliard High School. Reagan Webb, Eagles View Academy.
Look good, feel good, play good with Baker Sports. Custom sports apparel since 1997. Shop with the hometown team at bakersport.com.
Empower a future, inspire a dream. It's a bold but simple mission for the Jacksonville Police Athletic League known as Jax PAL. Help the next generation of kids in Jacksonville shape a brighter future. Their after-school programs, teenage leadership programs. There's community outreach.
This has been just an awesome opportunity to be out here with my colleagues and do something good for the community. It's really been an interesting opportunity to just see everybody work together in a way that we don't normally in the office.
And there's sports. There are also ways you can help the next generation with a donation of any kind. Just visit jaxpal.org to get more information. Empower a future, inspire a dream with Jax PAL.
Most of us know how to throw. But you need to know what to throw. I'm not talking about footballs, baseballs, softballs. We're talking about those items you need to recycle. Republic Services explains it easy. Recycling simplified. 1. Know what to throw. When in doubt, throw it out. 2. Empty, clean, and dry those materials. It takes an extra minute, but it makes a big difference. And 3. Don't bag it. This makes the recycling process faster and more efficient. This is a look at the Republic Services North Florida Recycling Center. You can make this process even more efficient. By utilizing those 3 steps, Republic Services can help you become a better recycler in your home. Learn more at recyclingsimplified.com.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
Hey, we all got on the board! Except for Casey. How about that?
Much better.
There we go.
That's pretty good.
It's crazy with one bet. Austin's pretty much clear for the month.
Well, and I should have hit my other one too, but I was off by 1 assist, unfortunately.
1 assist, huh?
Yeah, 1 assist got me. And then my college football. I'm done betting with college football.
Yeah, I feel like I'm so much better on college football than I am the NFL.
There's no rhyme or reason for me with college football. I don't understand it. I don't know.
Yeah, what did you not do?
Oh, I wasn't even close to really anything. I thought Penn State.
Finally, Indiana ran into it. I was wondering, right?
Well, I'm like, I didn't think it was going to be against Penn State. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, you just can't beat everybody by 50.
Yeah.
No, I think where you went wrong was you had BYU plus 10.5.
BYU plus 10.5 against. I thought they were pretty solid. Oregon to win. Hey, didn't know it was going to be an Oregon sweat game.
That was a wild game too,
Dude. If I can't bet on the Panthers at home to beat the Saints, like I just don't need to be betting on the NFL.
That's the Tyler Shuck experience right there.
I just don't need to be betting on the NFL ever.
Yeah, well, the NFL, by the way,
You bet on the
years,
Bills, and we know this. This is what the NFL does, but like,
I don't know how anybody makes money off the NFL.
That's what I'm trying
I really don't. I don't think they do.
Prop bets, man. Props.
But yeah, but I don't think you straight up make money on the NFL. I think it's impossible. Because you just hit goofy crap like we saw yesterday in the fourth quarter. We got 3 scoregami games yesterday.
Really?
3 of them. Jags were 1. 36-29 hadn't happened.
36.
And then I think
was the Rams
36-20. What was that one?
36-22.
Hadn't happened. How about yesterday? We got 44-22 twice.
Yeah.
Here's what I would say. I know the Indiana game was really good on Saturday. The Jags game, if you were a neutral observer, is actually an entertaining game by the end of it. The Dolphins, the Patriots game, I think, had entertainment value to it.
Yep. Bucks.
The Colts game had entertainment value to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Outside of that, did anything else on the weekend? Am I missing something?
Jets Browns.
That doesn't count.
But
Jets being in some nail biters lately.
I think it was a bad. Am I missing something?
Did you say Bears Giants?
Oh, I didn't say Bears Giants.
Yeah, Caleb scoring.
So I think I had 4
left.
NFL games. But what about college? Was the Indiana game the only one that was really?
No,
good?
Oregon was.
Oregon.
Oh, yeah.
So the 2 of them.
Mm-hmm. That's about it.
6 games on a weekend. Yeah. Again, I guess that's not the worst, but also like the other ones were basically blowouts.
Yeah.
The afternoon games yesterday were brutal. Somebody said at one time it was 79-3 in the afternoon. Damn, those teams are good in the NFC though, aren't they?
Yeah.
Unless you were locked in, by the way, on Louisville falling to Cal.
Yeah, actually, that was a good finish.
Vandy Auburn was too. That one went to overtime.
Okay, more of them. Yeah, that was a good game. That was a nice win by Vandy, by the way.
And then we got to give Austin his props. Wisconsin, another win.
No,
over
stop.
a ranked team.
He doesn't want them.
13-10. Let's go.
Hey, shut it.
He wanted to end the show after. He wanted to end the show after 5 minutes today. Now he really wants to end the show.
Go look at the total offense first that Wisconsin Badgers game, and then tell me why I don't want. See, this is what
13-10, baby.
I wasn't cheering for it. I want to see it blow and get Pickle out of there.
205 yards to 251.
Pickle's coming back. Can't wait. But and the best part is we're going to invest more in football now.
Wait a minute.
What were you doing before?
Wait a minute.
What were you doing before? It's all right though, man. Wisconsin. I'm telling you, man. Wisconsin volleyball. Hop on now. because I know you guys are thinking Wisconsin volleyball. Okay, yeah, we're the top. Nope, they were like I think they're number 17 right now in the country. Hop on right now. Because they're not going to be 17 for long, and when they're top 5, you guys can't get out anymore. So if you guys want to roll with the volleyball team this year, hop on Wisconsin Badgers right now. Man, we're talking serving better than ever. We're talking, like, they've always had the height. But now, dude, like, height top to bottom, though. Because they used to have, like, short girls in the back. We're talking 6'7". Hey, everywhere. Everywhere on that team.
Austin.
What do you got?
Please help.
Oh, yeah, we're all good.
This was amazing. I saw this.
That's that
you had 4 people throw the football. Yeah. It's amazing in itself.
No, that's all good, though. Let's go and bring...
The leading passer is 91. He's the place kicker.
And they won.
Yeah, man.
The starter is 3 for 12.
Hey,
for
first
8
of all, show some respect to that Wisconsin dairy raid offense, okay? Show some respect.
Your place kicker was your leading passer.
He's coming back.
That is unbelievable.
Let's go, Austin.
Hey.
I mean,
how about like
Penn State fires Franklin after one bad loss or 2 bad losses? We're gonna invest in our program some more. What does that mean? Is JJ Watt gonna come back and donate $10 million?
He might.
Yeah.
It is pretty amazing, right? That in a parody world of college football, which I think is great. I think it's fun. But how can Florida and Florida State be this bad? How can the state of Florida, I mean, Miami at least is doing a little something. How can the state of Florida be this bad in football?
Hey, I got to tell you, I was watching that Kentucky-Florida game. I didn't flip off of it for a second. Didn't flip off of it for a second. Watch the whole thing.
Good for you, Hamby.
What a time. What a time.
Got him, man.
Just freaking terrible. Hey,
Why?
and I'll say one other thing. DJ Lagway did something bad to Billy Napier, man. And I've been on that train since game 1 of this season. Billy, I mean.
Yeah, we had said it. We said it right from the jump. I know Napier. Well, now, listen, in part, you're supposed to develop the quarterback. Yeah. Like, that's part of your job. But, like, to me, I still think the best feather in the cap of Mike Norvell is he developed Jordan Travis, who wasn't a big star. But he developed him.
Sure.
And that's really what you can hang your hat on to get to the point where they got. Now they're not. They don't develop anybody. They can't hit the transfer portal right at Florida State.
They're striking out.
And they're terrible. And it doesn't look like a fix, and they're stuck. And then Florida, I mean, Lagway's just not it. Gets benched finally.
Good. Bring to Wisconsin.
Bring to Wisconsin. Yeah.
Bring to Wisconsin.
He will not be their starting quarterback next year.
Can you punt? What do you mean he won't be our starting quarterback?
At Florida?
No, I'm saying at Wisconsin.
No, I'm saying he will not be.
Gotcha.
He's not an SEC quarterback.
Oh, yeah. Big Ten all day. Let's go.
But it's just amazing how bad Florida and Florida State are.
But I guess Gonzalez just said that Lagway will start this weekend.
He did?
Yes.
Brent, how did Florida State beat Alabama?
I have no idea. How did Alabama lose to Florida State?
Yeah, I guess that's a better way to look at it.
Like, that's amazing. So, I mean, it's just, again, you look at Indiana, that's a hell of a win for Indiana, I think. You knew you were going, I know it's like, everybody says, it's not how sports works. You're waiting for this. I'm waiting for this. I'm waiting for this moment. I thought it might come against Maryland last week. Like, where you just play this nail-biter of a game because it's a noon start or whatever it is, because it's college football and you're 18, 19, 20 years old. They can't be this good. They just keep steamrolling everyone, and then they find a way to get it done late. Like, that, to me, that's way more of an impressive win than a lot of the wins, not Oregon or other. To me, that is more. That tells me
you did not give that same credit to Georgia when they've done this.
Because they've done it for 8 years. I'm
just
talking about an Indiana that's never been there. To me, that says a lot about their program, though, or about this year's team.
We literally did
we don't
this
know
last
if it's
week. I said you got to give credit to a team that doesn't play all that great and still wins, and you said nah.
Yeah, they do it every week.
Well, all the more impressive. They went up to Mississippi State on the road and boat raced them by 40
That was actually
30
impressive.
points.
I was impressed more with Georgia this time for doing that.
Okay.
I mean, really quick, is A&M going to have one of those games or not? Are we good? Because they had the nail-biter against Notre Dame, but Notre Dame was a pretty solid team.
Well, they had the nail-biter against Auburn.
They did against
survived.
Auburn, yeah.
Okay, it was 16-10. Yeah.
So they had back-to-back weeks, Notre Dame and Auburn.
Okay, so that was that?
That might be because they got South Carolina
Arkansas
Stanford.
Too. Arkansas almost beat them. Right or not?
Arkansas almost did beat
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
They had
3 points.
3 of them.
Yeah.
Oh, so 3 of them. Okay, so
And you got
that's
Texas.
as good as you get.
But,
good as you get.
Like they're in the playoff now.
Of course.
Right?
Yeah,
so it doesn't like that Texas game. I'm not sure what it matters.
Rest your starters.
I don't think it'll be that, but I mean I don't know what it will matter. We'll figure it out. But again, I go to Indiana, man. They've been in the playoff 2 years in a row. So this is a 2 year in a row thing now.
That's why. Okay, so let me ask you this, Brent. In terms of the buyout and everything, I don't know what Signetti's contract even is, but like, that's why you pay a coach what you pay him, right?
$100 million.
Yeah.
I mean, for real, because like Indiana hasn't been relevant for how long? Not since I've been alive, I feel like. And now all of a sudden it's like
I can't say that. I can't say that it was. I get the system. I think this is why we get into trouble. I think at some point they're going to have to buy him out because I think that's the way the world works. Because the way the world now works up in Indiana is you're going to start expecting this.
Of course.
It changes expectations.
Yeah.
This is all fun. Like, this is unbelievable. Again, I know Indiana fans, and they're having the time of their lives, and they should be.
You do?
Yeah. My college roommate was a huge Indiana Hoosier fan. But in basketball, I've never heard him talk football until the last 2 years. But he was a big basketball fan, and his daughter now goes there too. So he's a big Indiana fan.
I got you.
And but it's in 2 years they're going to go 5-6, and they're going to start calling for Cignetti's head because that's what people do. Now, maybe they have a little more equity built, like it's not as high. You're like, okay, well, if he has 2 back-to-back years at 5-6, now it might take that. Where at Florida, if you go 5-6, get him out the door.
Sure.
Right?
But if they find a way to win the championship.
Well, that might buy him 5 years. I don't know.
Well, no, I think that buys him as long as he wants to be there.
Maybe.
There are some schools where if you take him that far to the promised land and actually win it, you let the coach do whatever he wants, no matter how bad it is, because you have an understanding of where you were before it.
Yeah.
Watch it.
Yeah. Until expectations really start to change. You're trying to change expectations. Look at this year in Jacksonville. Changed it, and here we are. Now disappointed.
What am I watching?
He's screen watching all the comments. Whatever. I don't know. I'm sure maybe you said something about a different team.
Are you an Indiana fan, Steven? Explain yourself.
I know. I don't know what he's talking about either.
Who knows, man?
Yeah, Clemson with Dabo. Well, yeah, that was a 10-year. We're right. They're done with Dabo.
They seem to be done with him, yeah.
And you'd think that would be equity built, right? Best program, one of the best programs in the last 15 years.
Yeah.
That they built.
Yep.
That's a really good point.
And now, just to talk as if he's almost.
So what do we got? Like 5 more years with Luke Pickle then, and then we're good.
Yeah, well, he hasn't built up equity yet.
Yeah, it's all right. Don't worry about it. We're good. Team's behind him, Brent. Team's behind him. AD's behind him.
That's unbelievable. That usually means the end's coming
soon.
Can
somebody explain it? Like, I know this isn't the Brent and Austen, Wisconsin experience. Can you explain it to me though? Because I don't understand it. Like.
Want us to explain Wisconsin football?
Here's my outside looking. I have no idea. I've read an article about Wisconsin. I know nothing about the
standard for a while with Wisconsin. Like I thought, like when you said Wisconsin football, it meant something. Like okay, maybe you're not Ohio State, maybe you're not even Michigan, but like hey, they're competitive year in year out.
Yeah, I would suggest that this feels a little bit kind of like Florida when the NIL pivot happened.
Okay,
where I thought like Florida State was way ahead of Florida. Florida was late to the party. Florida's been late on facilities.
Yeah.
Florida was late to the NIL transfer portal.
Illinois is way ahead of us.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But that's my point. Well, they got a bunch of engineers that can contribute to the funds, maybe more than the dairy farmers of Wisconsin. Like I don't know the financials.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying, like
is your college roommate helping pitching in?
Illinois might be getting a check from Shad Khan. You know, like. I don't know who Wisconsin's getting the check from.
Hey, J.J. Watt. I saw College Game Day with the Patrick Mahomes quarterback experience. That room there they have, it's like a simulation where you can go in and like run walkthroughs.
Yeah.
State of the art in Texas Tech. JJ, let's get something going over there. But I'll give $20 to Murray State every year. I think meanwhile, the Murray State ADs are like, hey, Austin,
what's going on?
How about a bunch of focus side? We need help. Sorry.
But I think that would be it. I think it's like, hey, we are behind. We are not positioned well to help our coach succeed right now. That'd be my only thought on the Fickle stuff.
Yeah.
Is that, maybe that's why. But like you got to fix it quick. Like you can't wait forever. You got to get your ducks in a row like now and start doing it, even if you're late to the party. And I don't know if you're going to do it to like Texas Tech kind of way, but at least get in the game. Make them competitive. Buy players. You got to go buy players.
Oil money versus cheese money, Brent. I don't know.
The guy that
we'll
can't
see if
stand
Trump
Wisconsin.
boosts those tariffs a little bit.
The guy that I see on Twitter that's so like can't believe he's like out of his mind is Brad Mormon.
Brad Mormon. I don't know
the punter. Is it Brad Mormon? Brad Norman?
Maybe,
Brad Mormon?
Is
he a Wisconsin guy?
I don't know. I have no idea who this dude is.
He's a punter.
You act like I know who all punters are.
Brian Mormon? Was he a Wisconsin guy? I'll check it out. I feel like I see him on Twitter, and he's got to be, the way he tweets about Wisconsin, he's got to be. This was a hell of a catch.
Beautiful catch, yeah.
What a play, man.
I couldn't believe he got the footage.
What a play. What a call by the official.
What a call by Gus.
Was it a good call or no?
Oh, it was insane.
You know how I feel about Gus.
It was so typical.
Brad
but it was
Nortman,
insane.
my bad. Not
Okay.
Nortman.
I've actually heard that name before. Yeah.
Wow.
That's good.
Be back. If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit. When you hear that, you think Bono's Pit Barbecue, a staple in Northeast Florida now for 75 years. A place that feels like home with friendly service, a meeting place for friends, family, or business occasions. On the menu, the corn nuggets are a favorite in our house, but there's something for everyone. Sandwiches, platters, salads, sides, desserts, and family feasts. You see Bono's all over the place in Northeast Florida. You know, there are almost 20 locations in the Jacksonville area now, so stop on by, sit down, and dine in with Bono's. You can also take it to go. There are drive-thrus in many of the locations, and they have delivery options too. Just download the Bono's app to make things easy. I signed up for the loyalty program, and you can too, to get special offers. If Jacksonville is home, few things feel more Jacksonville than Bono's Pit Barbecue. Celebrate 75 years and many more to come. Bono's Pit Barbecue. If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit.
People helping people. It's at the core of what Alive Credit Union is all about, and it's been that way for over 70 years. From the start in 1954 to today, the mission remains to inspire financial wellness and give you a financially fit lifestyle. Alive Credit Union and its employees are committed to not only serving their valued members, but also our community here in Northeast Florida. I had a chance to see that commitment firsthand as Alive partnered with our Action Sports Jacks 24/7 team to bring you Armada men's and women's soccer broadcasts. Inside the 18, it is a shot, and it's a goal! Chloe Chivers! And that connection to the community continues with Alive Credit Union's support of the Police Athletic League of Jacksonville. Alive Credit Union's commitment to our community also involves serving the financial needs of all first responders through the recent merger partnership with City and Police Federal Credit Union. Join the community and become a member of Alive Credit Union today. Find out the many ways you can be inspired in financial wellness at alivecu.coop.
CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing is taking their 75-plus years of expertise and expanding to CGC Home Services. Water treatment and plumbing is still a big part of what they do, and now they can do even more for you. Home services like kitchen and bathroom remodeling, showers, sinks, faucets, toilet repair, backflow testing, and the list keeps going. Find all they can do at cgchomeservices.com or give them a call, 904-298-7052. It's a new look and a new name with the same expertise. They've been serving homes like yours since 1946. CGC Home Services, right here in Jacksonville off St. John's Bluff Road, 904-298-7052. And visit cgchomeservices.com. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
For the game day hustle and every day in between. Juggling my show, Jag Social, to going under the Friday night lights and a social life, it's a daily tournament. But this ride, MVP status. The all-new 2024 Lincoln Nautilus isn't just my car, it's my personal locker room, office on the go, and VIP lounge on wheels. Let's talk tech. My profile remembers everything from customizing my dash display to setting the ambient lighting and my signature scent. And wireless charging, essential for live tweeting scores. Whether I'm packing for a beach day with friends or heading to the gym, there's space for every passion. After dominating all day, this becomes my recovery zone. The massage feature is like having a personal PT on call. Life's a non-stop game, but with this ride, I'm always on my A game. The 2024 Lincoln Nautilus. Drive your passion.
Grab some friends and go to a restaurant or head out for a drink and some conversation. Watch your favorite team play on the big screen. Or how about play some games? You can do all of that in one night at Best Bet. Each location has a different vibe, its own personality, like here at the original Best Bet in Orange Park. When you walk through these doors, everybody knows your name. And here in St. Augustine, it's the newest location. Play some poker. How about the table games? And don't forget about Ace's Sports Bar and Grill. And then there's the Jacksonville location right here on Monument Road. It's the biggest poker room in the state of Florida. maybe you'll find yourself a seat right here at the final table. Best Bet, where you can have the best of times, and that makes you always go home a winner. Try any of the 3 locations, and you can always visit bestbetjacks.com.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austin Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
Welcome back to a miserable Monday here in Jacksonville. Brent Martineau, Austen Lane, and Jason Hamby. And thanks, Casey, to reminding us of something we said earlier. And I guess to get back to the Jags, and obviously been dissecting it for 2 hours.
Come on, Brent.
Panic button has stayed up the entire time. Just want to make sure everybody knows that.
Someone want to sponsor it?
Panic button presented
and it's not because
by,
I forgot.
Can we get like a medical sponsor for that?
Emergency
I'm just
services.
saying, hey, someone wants to sponsor right now because with the Chargers coming up, if they lose that game, this is going to be featured the entire
all
the rest
week.
of the season. Yeah, for the rest of the year, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get in while it's available.
I'm trying to think of.
What is Murray State doing?
Delphonic,
come on. Hey,
that's probably what Austin donated, but he only spent
for that.
$20, so he got a controller, and that's it.
Careful now, Brent.
That's one button on the controller.
I was going to say, how much are controllers?
Careful.
60, 70 bucks.
Steady, everybody, steady. I have some friends from Murray State listening right now. You know?
Hey, this isn't on Murray State. This is on you. Donate more to your school.
You got to relax, man.
I tried to figure this out, and then we're going to get into, was this the worst loss in franchise history?
Okay.
Or that you can remember, we can remember. Or is it recency bias? Statistically, it says it is. I'm trying to figure out the path now where it goes from here. They're 5-4. They've got 8 games to go. You get the Chargers at home. First time you've been home in like 2 months. Mm-hmm. It feels like. You still have Tennessee twice and the Jets, who are not very good football teams, and you would say they should win this game. I'd also say they should win when they're up 29-10. So I don't want to hear who they're playing. Like, I never want to hear that anyway because I've watched this franchise too often.
But it's that. But to be fair, though, Brent, it's the NFL. The Bills fans are like, okay, we're playing Tua without Tyreek Hill. What are they going to do?
But
there you go.
If things go well in those games, that could be 3 wins. They're really not good football teams, and the Jags are better than them. And by a lot, they're better than them, we think. So that would get you to 8 wins. Where are the other 2? Like, I think you got to get. Here's the deal. I think Houston's going to end up 9-8 now after that win. I think 10-7, you might sneak in.
Not good.
But you got to find a way to get to 10 wins. Can you beat? Here's the games: the Chargers, the Cardinals, the Broncos, the Colts, the Colts. Can you get 2 wins out of those 5? And again, I have no idea where the Jags are headed right now. Like, this feels like disaster is upon us.
I got to see it against the Chargers before I can even speak about playoffs right now, honestly. Like, yeah. I understand you're 5-4. Maybe when the season started, we take 5-4 right now, but based off what it looks like in the losses, we feel a certain type of way about it. I got to see the Chargers game.
Yeah. I feel like they could lose to the Chargers, and then they would, if they did that, they would have to go on like a 3-game winner. Arizona, Tennessee, and then the Colts. And then actually hopefully a 4-game because the Jets are after that. Actually, the Jets might be before the Colts. I think the Colts are before the Jets. So then they got to beat the Colts at home. Like they've got to do that anyway. They've got to split with the Colts now because you could have been 2-0 in the division with Tennessee twice still to come. Now, like, that really changes that outlook. And, of course, with the Colts finding a way to win an overtime, a game they could have lost, they now take a 2-game lead over you. If you lose to the Chargers, they're sitting at home watching you lose. Now they're 3 games up on you. Yeah. And the division's pretty much done unless you sweep the Colts. So, again, I'm trying to get the Jags to 9-8 and 10-7 to take a step at the very least. I don't know if that gets you in the playoffs. But as my kid just told me today, and he's not wrong, I thought 2023 was so disappointing for an organization that hasn't been able to get to the playoffs very often. They missed an opportunity of a franchise. 2023, they're 8-3, and they missed the playoffs. That's an opportunity that you just don't get very often if you're a Jacksonville Jaguar. Now, they get off to a 4-1 start a chance to be 6-3, and they might have just blown it again. They might miss the postseason two times in 3 years after being in pole position to make the postseason, which could have been a 3 out of 4 year run. And we're going to sit here and be back at ground zero of this organization and say, okay, what's going to flip it now? You know? Like, that's the big picture problem. But I do believe getting to 9 wins is a very important number for this Jacksonville Jaguars franchise, even if you miss the playoffs, because at least in March, when everybody gets tired of being pissed off, you can say, hey, they went from 4 to 9 wins, right? This football team isn't good enough. We know it, but they went 4 to 9 wins in year one of this regime. It's something to build off, even if it is the disappointment of missing the playoffs. Because let's be honest right now, if the Jags make the playoffs, we're looking at a team that might lose 42-10 in the postseason. They got a defense that can't do anything. Like, that's the reality of today, November 10th. That the Jags, even if they were to make the playoffs, who are they going to play? Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens, or, like, I don't know, New England, or, you know, one of those. It's going to be probably bad. But I do think getting to that 9 wins is really important. It'll still feel bad. Missed opportunity, but at least getting above that 500 could be a starting point. You could frame it that way for this new regime. That's why these games are huge coming up.
Yeah, and listen, I'm on the now I sound like the players in the locker room. I'm just on the Chargers. I'm not worried about 4 or 5 weeks from now.
Yeah.
I'm not
You shouldn't be.
looking. I'm not looking at the because listen. I mean, I get. Yeah, you're supposed to beat the Titans twice.
Just got to take it one day at a time, one game at a time, one day at a time, one game at a time.
Preach, Hamby. But like what this team has shown me recently is that when it comes to playing against a lower level competition, they play down. Right? And this is what I said was the difference between the Colts and the Jaguars. When the Jaguars play games that they're supposed to win, they either lose or they're nail biters. When the Colts play teams that they're supposed to blow out, they don't sit around, they don't play around and be like, okay, we'll sit. No, like, we'll beat you by 20, 25, you know, cover the point spread, and we'll call it a day. That's the difference. Yeah. So, I'm focusing on the Chargers. Cardinals, we'll see. But I get it. Titans are not a good football team. They have 1 win for a reason. We'll see.
Was this the worst loss in franchise history, guys? Or that you've seen? I know it's been close since 2010. You know, I guess you'd have to go in the regular season. The worst loss in franchise history would be like AFC Championship games. I mean, those sting way more, right?
Yeah.
Especially 1999, even more than 2017. But
yeah, I mean, this is one, Brent, where it feels like, once again, is Houston that much of a dominant team? Yeah, they have a great defense. But, like, I'm saying in totality, are they a great team? No. Did they have even their starting quarterback? No. I think, like, I look at how this game ended, and I look at the other teams around the NFL, like, how many teams would have went through that game and lost? There's not a lot of them. I think this, I mean, once again, recency bias, whatever, but I think this is the worst loss in Jaguars history.
Jaguars regular season history. You go back to 23 against the Bengals was a bad loss, but it was a circumstantial loss as well. That Jake Browning deal.
No, the Titans loss in 2023 is the worst loss to me.
That was even right.
That's
that one kept you out of the playoffs, and that was the effort in there was
against
brutal.
a bad team, and you were at home.
And you
had
got
no reason to lose.
Yeah. You got down Derrick Henry here, and he ran for like 140 against you.
And Ty J. Spears just looks like, you know, Eric Dickerson against us.
Didn't even look like he wanted to be there.
Brent, I can live with Derrick Henry beating him. I can't live with Davis Mills beating you. I can't. I don't care how bad the defense
effort
is.
just as much then with the playoffs on the line at home.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be against a rival. I don't know, man.
That wasn't at home.
It wasn't?
No, I think it was in Tennessee. But again,
didn't matter.
It didn't matter. Now, that's a good one. Listen, it's got company.
Oh, yeah.
It's got plenty of company. I mean, this is...
That wasn't home? No, it wasn't.
Nah, it wasn't. It was the same situation 2 years in a row.
It was 26 to
but
nothing in the
different
fourth quarter, Brent.
Yeah.
It was 26 to nothing in the fourth quarter.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
No, I'm saying that's a score. Yeah, 26 nothing fourth quarter.
There was another bad one. Oh, well, see, this one didn't feel as bad as Miami. But Miami last year seemed to change the way the season would go. or at least there was a feeling of that. Yeah. So you wonder now what happens after this. That's the bench. What happened after Cincinnati's loss? The Jags crapped the bed.
Yep.
Like what happens? What happens in 2018 when they're 3-1 and they lose to Kansas City? Boom. They lose 9 games in a row.
Sure.
Is this the game that's going to once again, no matter regime, players, whatever, is going to come back to those instances, 2018, 23, 24, and they can't get off the mat? I think that's what's now on the table. Is this different? Can it be different? We're about to find out. And I'm not sure the Chargers game is the only game. I think it's the last 8 games that will tell us the story in that respect.
No, I hear you. Yeah, I mean, like, listen, and I told you the guys this last week. I felt much more confident beating the Texans than I did the Chargers. And I get the Jaguars have a good track record recently against the Chargers and everything, but I throw it out the window. Like, I don't think that really matters right now. Just like I don't think it matters that the Colts can't win in Jacksonville. I think teams are different right now, right? So,
yeah, I do too. I agree with that.
We'll see how they respond and everything, but just once again, emotion is rampant right now in my mind. Just because yesterday, watching the game for the first time with my girlfriend who's never seen football really before, and then I had to keep it within reason and keep it within check. Didn't want to lose my mind a couple months into the relationship and be like,
it's over.
Yeah, I mean, listen.
It was smarter to end your Jags relationship.
If I would have ended, if I would have said what I wanted to say and act I wanted to act, I'd probably be back on Tinder right now.
Would it be another swear?
Oh,
in front
at
of Ronan?
Least. Ronan, I told you this during the break. Ronan Dad, you're taking this pretty well. I'm like, yeah, because she's here, so I can't really say what I want to say. So just play it cool. I act like I just keep it cool the whole time. Brent, I literally said to my son in front of her, you win some, you lose some, you know?
No.
What am I going to do, Hamby?
This must be a serious relationship.
Oh, that goes to show you where I'm at.
I've been there before.
Okay,
but I have never said those words.
Oh, hey, win some, you lose some.
I mean, 2 years ago I was in the same boat.
Sure.
I cannot show how much this means to me right in this instant.
Correct. Yep. Because it scares people, Brent. It scares people.
It does.
I ain't trying to scare anybody.
You can scare away the non-sports fan.
I put on this facade for 4 months straight now. I'm chill. I'm cool. Yeah, sports. I talk about it.
Sports.
It's sports. It's just, hey, it's not who I am, right? It's what I do, but it's not who I am.
You're just like a Jags player yesterday.
Wish I was getting paid like one, but we're all good, man. Yeah.
Hey, me too, man. I was just a 200 pounds of Novocaine. Numb.
Goodness.
This is the thing that this is probably what I'm more upset about than anything is I feel like they kind of broke you a little bit. Like, I feel like with you now, they've reached listen, man, I was expecting hey, like Liam Cohen said this, it's okay. Like, you've given us nothing.
Yeah, not today.
Okay, well, you're supposed to be like the beacon of optimism. You're supposed to keep me from going to my therapist and saying, hey, we got, forget everything else, it's Jaguars today. Where's that at, man?
I watched the L and I didn't say a word.
Yeah.
Not one word. My wife was asleep right now.
She was over it.
I spiked my phone into the couch.
Was she napping at 4 o'clock?
Yeah, on a Sunday? You kidding me? You got a little Sunday nap?
That's what people do.
You know what the best part was? This is watching, this is her first football game. And she goes, are most football games like this? I go, with the Jaguars, yeah.
With the Jaguars,
yeah. This is the Jaguars experience.
Actually, honey, you just saw history.
Yeah. I get, when you stay in Denver and everything, and Denver, they're having their ways. And yeah, it's not always pretty, but they win football games. This is the Jaguars experience.
Isn't it amazing to think, you guys are both in a similar spot right here, that they don't care at all.
No.
Like my wife, she's into it. She was mad.
Yeah.
Of course, she's got to deal with Ty, too. But, so that's a different level mad.
Sure.
He's Twitter come to life. But,
he's Twitter come to life.
But she's, mad. And, even to the point she said this yesterday, I said, hey, what do you think of Cohen? Because the other part about the Cohen thing that I thought would be interpreted interestingly, not necessarily by the players, but by other people, is he had his head down a lot.
He did.
And like that hat is kind of covering up a lot. And I'm like, all right, you better lift your head up soon here, dude. Like, because this will be judged. And I asked Steph about it. I was like, were you bothered by like kind of his body language? Because we got on Doug about body language at times. Sure. And I was like, were you bothered at all by body language or what he said? She's like, no, not at all. I liked it because at least not a robot up there. It's like he should be like that after that. So I thought that was her take. I'm not saying that was everybody's take.
Yeah.
But isn't it wild to run into people, though, that have no feelings about that loss? Like, Sarah doesn't care, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, literally
could
not
She
care
woke up
any
and
less.
had a nice Monday.
Oh, yeah, she's having a blast.
Nobody on here did. This Monday sucks. And we should all be lighting a fire tonight around the firewood. Nice little winter day in Jacksonville. We get 5 of them a year.
It did feel it felt great outside. Yeah, man. Well, I'm glad I got to come. This is why the show is like a saving grace for me, because I got to come on the show and kind of let loose a little bit, because it was pent up.
It was.
And God knows I'm going to go on Twitter and let it out, because that would have been a whole nother battle right there.
Yeah.
And yeah, here's the best part about it. We'll see what happens with the situation with the quarterback. We'll see. Do I have everybody's stuff saved? That may have questioned, I got punched in the face too much. That question, should I be in the Jacksonville? Oh, Brent. Oh, Brent, because you know me, man. Hey, I don't say a lot, Brent, but I watch, right? I watch everybody. I'm the all-seeing eye right now. And you better believe, because, hey, and by the way, if I liked one of your posts on Twitter, wasn't because I actually liked it. It's for something else. So if I liked one of your posts on Twitter, buckle up, because you better hope Trevor Lawrence puts on a Tom Brady performance the last 6-7 games of the season. Because if not, we'll see.
Now he's leaning into it.
Yeah. We'll see. No, I'm kidding.
Now he's leaning into it.
I ain't doing anything.
I do wonder what people... This is a wild thing about the NFL to me. And I hate anyone that is having a good day today. Daniel, I am so there, and I've been there for years. Like, and not necessarily about anybody I see.
Wait, hold on. Before you go on, please. Let's just revisit that statement. I hate anyone that's having a good day today. Yeah. I've been there for years.
I have been there for years in this respect.
Scrooge.
Not necessarily like at Starbucks if somebody's having a good day. But like people will want me tonight to watch the Packers play and look competent and win a football game or whatever. And I'm like, no, I don't want to watch good teams play football. I don't want to watch other fan bases enjoy their 20th year of success. Like, we got to deal with this crap every year. Every year. Like, I don't want to deal with it. Like, there are 3 reasons why, like, I get mad at a Jags loss.
Mm-hmm.
One is I hate it for the fans of Jacksonville, genuinely. Because, like, how much more can you take? 2, I really hate it for the people in the building, because there are a lot of people trying to sell tickets and do other things that this kind of loss stymies momentum that could be there. And 3, I hate it for me and us, because we got to do this on a Monday, and I got to go Jags Report Live tonight at String Sports Brewery, and we got to talk about it for another half hour.
We have a guest tonight, Brent?
No.
Of course not.
Why would I want a guest tonight? Just going to listen to Dan Vent?
Couldn't afford me either. Yeah, that's all right.
And it's like... I get winning and losing in the NFL, like, but not like that.
Austen,
not like that.
I was just when Brent was going on his thing. Can you say to all the people in the stadium? Can you imagine? Because I have to walk by them every single time I go to the other show. Can you imagine the Jaguars social media team in the third quarter?
Oh my
gosh. They were busting their ass. I'm sure they had so many. I mean, they beat them twice this year. You had so many good memes and pictures and Photoshops and AI just in the chamber. Literally finger on the trigger. Just end the game. Deleted.
Guys,
never going to see the light of day.
I'm not going to lie. 2 things happened to me. And this is how scarred I was putting together the tweet. I was looking up, 6-3 starts at 29-10. I didn't do this early. 6-3. How many times had they made the playoffs? Last 20 years? I tweeted it out this morning what I was going to say, but they had made the playoffs. Like, they missed it in 23, but they had made the playoffs the previous 2 times. So I had it ready to go. And then I also, I did make this text. I was like, hey, to PR, it's like, hey, think I can get somebody after the game? Like, it wasn't if they win. No, they were winning.
Yeah. So
29-10. Like, I'll see you down there at the field.
Parker Washington,
sure.
Let's go. Come on.
Then I started to text another PR person like, hey, which guest should we try to get on?
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
House money, Brent. Anybody, man. We're all winners here.
29-10 feels great.
Yeah, it's house money.
We'd probably get it. I mean, just about anybody. Never texted it. Good thing. That would have looked bad.
That would have looked really bad.
Hick took one for the Hick doubled down
Ice
twice.
cold takes, huh?
I mean,
freezing cold
takes.
That's why you can't. That's how scarred. Like, I actually think about that stuff up 19 with 13 minutes to go in a football game.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
I'm not tweeting this right now because I'm not sure how this is going to play out.
Yeah. I mean, listen, man.
Hick should have known better.
And I ain't trying to, like, massage your ego or anything, but, like, obviously, like, nobody works harder in terms of, like, trying to find the information than you, Brent. And at least last year, when it was bad, like, you're getting paid under the table. And now this year, I mean, nothing to show for it, right? And it's just, I can't imagine, man.
Nothing.
I can't imagine.
Your
Trent,
life sucks.
Trent, we miss you.
My life sucks.
Trent, we miss you. Dude, but you have to watch that new TV show.
I will.
It'll change your world.
I mean, well, so
Listen, I'll give you another.
right in the middle of your rant, Brent.
TV show last night on the plane.
Hey, everybody. Hey, by the way, the whole Netflix show, you know, the TV movie. Pluberous is the show to watch now, everybody.
All right. If the Jags had won, by the way, you would have seen so many Trevor tweets.
Oh, yeah.
On the plane ride home.
Me? Talking about my mentions?
No, mine.
I got you.
I would have been like, yeah, man, but did you see that throw?
Oh, you know what the best?
I mean, how about Trevor getting him in position at the 46 for that 63-yard
How about that last pass to Parker Washington that we...
Like, that's what was going to happen?
My mentions were crazy after the Raiders win, and the Trevor Lawrence game-led drive. This for 10 was the game-winning drive, whatever.
It was a hell of a drive.
Dude, I had so many people in my mentions about that game, so I'm like, okay, well, Trevor's going to go out here, dominate against Houston, and bring it. Oh, nothing now.
He didn't trip.
Vacant. Brent's Venmo.
The Venmo is not dried up.
Jimmy Stone's coming at you? What do you got? You got Stones now?
I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
All right. Let's get the hell out of here.
Hey, this is fun.
Hope you have a good rest of your Monday.
I appreciate it, man, because if we're going to suffer, we're all going to suffer together, everybody.
We are.
If we ain't got the Jags this week, we got each other.
Hope you have a good rest of your miserable Monday.
Yeah.
Welcome inside the Armor Guard exterior and gutter helmet showroom. There's a lot going on, like glass exteriors, replacement windows, and down there we have the retractable screens and awnings, plus hurricane protection. Let's talk more about those gutters, and to do that, we bring in Kevin. He's the owner, he's the expert. Why Gutter Helmet?
Well, Gutter Helmet's truly the only maintenance-free product. It lets the trash and debris go on the ground, the water wraps around and goes inside. Unlike filters, they sit on top of the gutters, and the trash and debris build up on top of filters, which requires maintenance. With Gutter Helmet, we're going to keep you off the ladder, the most dangerous thing in your garage. With Gutter Helmet, you'll never clean your gutters again. So get off the ladder and put on the helmet. Gutter Helmet.
Get a free estimate at gutterhelmetofnorthflorida.com. You can also call 904-762-7779 or visit the showroom on St. John's Bluff Road in Jacksonville.
Empower a future, inspire a dream. It's a bold but simple mission for the Jacksonville Police Athletic League known as Jax PAL. Help the next generation of kids in Jacksonville shape a brighter future. Their after-school programs, teenage leadership programs. There's community outreach.
It's been just an awesome opportunity to be out here with my colleagues and do something good for the community. It's really been an interesting opportunity to just see everybody work together in a way that we don't normally in the office.
And there's sports. There are also ways you can help the next generation with a donation of any kind. Just visit jaxpal.org to get more information. Empower a future, inspire a dream with Jax Pal.
It's one of the hot spots in the area.
Welcome you to String Sports Brewery out at the beach. Big crowd on hand tonight. The fans are here.
And now the newest hot spot at the beach is open. String Sports Brewery in Jax Beach has opened its doors with rave reviews.
We're going to be fans forever.
Cozy up to the bar. Grab a seat in the sports-themed restaurant, or grab a seat outside and feel that breeze coming off the beach as the weather warms. Just like the original location in Springfield, try the popular beer menu and come for lunch or dinner too, because the food is fantastic.
We got a special guest in the house. He's happy. He's feeling good. He's Trayvon Walker.
It's where we hosted Jags Report Live